When people think of Visa, they think of credit cards. But Visa is so much more than just a credit card company. It is a technology and innovation company that's making digital payments a reality for consumers, businesses, banks, and governments all around the world. At Visa, they have a simple and unwavering vision that can be traced back to their beginnings in 1958 to be the best way to pay and be paid for everyone everywhere. They know that every Visa transaction is a promise. Whether you're at food trucks, outside the stadium, or paying your fantasy league dues online, Visa wants to provide you with the most secure and easy payment experience possible. All you have to figure out is, where would you like to be? Visa, everywhere you want to be. Welcome to the Undisputed podcast. I'm your host, Jenny Taft. This podcast is the full show from today's episode of Undisputed from start to finish. They've got a busy slate, so skip Shannon. Let's get to it. Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft, here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Jenny. Merry Christmas to you, Merry Christmas Eve.
Here we are.
Old Scrooge over there. You okay? You better?
I miss those days when my Dallas Cowboys got to take advantage of Kirk Cousins twice a year. I miss you, Kirk. Come back to the NFC East. Come back to the Redskins, please, so we can get you twice a year, please.
Yeah, he is
Thank
not
you.
doing well on Mondays.
Yeah, well.
What is this?
Yeah, you be hating on me. This is my Mariah Carey, my karaoke. I'm getting ready.
Yeah. Here, hand it to me so I can drop it.
Why? Just in case?
Yeah, I can drop it.
That's what old Walking Tour did. He
Yeah,
dropped the mic on Sunday. Didn't appreciate that, Skip. How you doing
He
that?
dropped the ball and
Don't do
it
that.
bounced right back to
Don't
it.
do
That's
that.
all that
Skip,
happened.
why you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, Walking Tour.
Okay, you keep that available, possibly for later. We have tons to get to today on Christmas Eve. How real is the rivalry between LeBron and Kawhi? And has Dak Prescott's contract gamble paid off in a big way? But first, and unfortunately for me, considering what the Vikings did last night, we got to talk about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers last night. Green Bay clinched the NFC North for the first time since 2016 with their win over the Vikings last night. The Packers were led by Aaron Jones, who ran for over 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers had just over 200 passing yards with no touchdowns and a pick. It was Rodgers' third game without a touchdown this season. And after the game, Rodgers attributed the win to Green Bay's defense and their balanced offensive attack. So, Shannon, what % of the credit does Aaron Rodgers deserve for the Packers' 12-3 season?
Skip, I'm going to give him 40% of the credit, because he's done everything they've asked him to do. It's not easy when you are a franchise, Hall of Fame, all-time great quarterback to go and you still can do it. You know you can still do it, and you've shown through in the course of this year that you can still do it. To somewhat take a back seat and say, you know what, we're going to be more balanced. We're going to run the football with Aaron Jones and I forget the other kid, Williams, I think is
Jamal
Williams, yeah.
Yes.
We're going to run the ball a lot more than what we have in the past.
Yep.
And we're not going to rely on our all-time great quarterback to win every game, to throw for 400 yards and try to overcome poor defensive play. Skip, he's done that. That's not easy. And also he's proven that if I need to get in a shootout, I can still do that. Because a lot of people didn't think, because we saw him throw for 400 and plus yards against Philly, although they lost. And then he followed that up another game with 400 plus yards against the Raiders. So I believe if it's going to require, they're going to the playoffs. Now they can be anywhere 1, 2, 3 seed. If we get into a shootout with Drew Brees, or if we have to get into a shootout with Garoppolo, I believe we can win those type ball games because you have Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is still at the top of the pecking order, although he didn't have the season that we're accustomed to Aaron Rodgers having. But at the end of the day, Skip, yes, they're running the football extremely well. Yes, they're playing outstanding. Well, they played scoring. I think they're 9th in scoring, Skip. They're kind of middle of the pack in yards. Last night, they played like they opened the season against Chicago. Now, Chicago and Trubisky, you're like, oh, yeah, but that's Chicago. Yeah. But to go on the road, hold Minnesota, who had been playing very, very well. Now, they were without Dalvin Cook, Skip.
True.
7 first downs. That's the fewest first downs that the Minnesota Vikings have had at home since 1971. Jenny wasn't here. I was only like 3 months old. My bad, I was 3 years old.
Yeah, I was.
I was 3, Jenny, you weren't even thought of.
Nope.
But guess who I give the lion's share of the credit to? The organization. Because, Skip, you know what? They made a decision that we can't go any further with Mike McCarthy. We appreciate everything he's done. Yes, he's taken us to NFC title games. Yes, he's won a Super Bowl. But he's taken us. We've maxed out with him. They went with LaFleur. Now, LaFleur was not Aaron Rodgers. I can assure you he wasn't Aaron Rodgers' first choice. Yeah. And it's been reported, Skip, they got off to a rough start. So you make that change. Give the organization credit for that. Another thing, they did a 180, Skip. They don't like to go into free agency and get players. No. Because there's like, you know what, we got Aaron Rodgers. He can overcome anything that we tried out there defensively. But not this time around. Zadarius Smith, we're going to pay you a boatload of money. Preston Smith, we're going to pay you a boatload of money. Amos from Chicago, come on over, bro. And what they've done, Skip, the last 3 years, heavy defensive back. First round, second round, third round, year after year after year. Says, you know what, we wasted a lot of this guy's time, Skip, because we had porous defenses. So I'm going to give Aaron 40%. I'm going to give the organization, along with the coaching staff, because he made one important decision. He said, I'm keeping Mike Pettin. Skip, you know a lot of time coaching staffs come in there. I don't know how much he knows of Mike Pettin. I want my own guys. I got a buddy that I grew up with, yada, yada, yada. He said, I'm keeping Mike Pettin. Great decision. 40-50.
You're giving Aaron Rodgers way too much credit.
No, I'm not.
Way too much credit, because Aaron Rodgers used to be an all-time great quarterback.
He still is.
Used to be.
Don't do that, Skip.
I'm going to give Aaron Rodgers 25% of the credit.
25.
I'm going to give the other Aaron, who is the real offensive MVP of this team, I'm talking about Aaron Jones, I'm going to give him 30% of the credit, because this offense goes as he goes. When he doesn't go, they don't go anywhere. When he went last night, and he was rolling last night.
Keep that energy with the Cowboys.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about running and catching Aaron Jones, running and catching. And I'll take him over Zeke any day or night right now, because one guy is running hot. He's got burst. Did you see him when he broke the game open on that play where he cut it off the edge?
Yeah.
He ducked. Remember, he's only like 5'9", and he kind of does the Emmitt Smith duck and dart behind the lineman, and all of a sudden, oh, he's gone. And when he's gone, he is gone.
Yeah.
He ran and caught my Cowboys into the ground. It was outrageous. He had 107 rushing and 75 catching and scored 4 touchdowns that night. And by the way, Aaron Jones leads the National Football League in rushing touchdowns. That'll work. That's fantasy brilliance, isn't it? So that's 30% of the credit. I'm going to give another 30 to the defense, because it has been just flat out extraordinary. Given what I thought it would be, it's been so much better. 30%, and I'm going to give the other 15%, sort of like you did. I'm going to give it to the two coaches. I'm going to give it to LaFleur and Pettin combined, because for Matt LaFleur to walk in the door and be not much older than his quarterback, who pretty much ran the last coach out the back door, for him to walk in and figure out how to make peace with Aaron and win over Aaron, because it looks like he won him over.
Because they got up, Skip. Remember, got a rough start.
I got
he can't audible. What do you mean I can't audible? That's a part of what I do.
Well, it feels like he won him over to understand at this age and stage of your career that the number one priority is just don't make mistakes.
Right.
And this is my final takeaway from all this. I never thought I would see the day or the night, as in last night, in which Aaron Rodgers was a game manager. That's what he has become.
You've been seeing that all year.
He's a really good game manager.
You watch the Patriots game all the time. That's what he's been all year.
I thought this was about
my bad. Skip, that slipped out. I don't know why I brought this up. You're right.
Game manager. And I never thought I would see the day that in his 15th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers is actually going along for maybe his greatest ride of his career, because this is fun for him. He goes, he's got a scotch. He always says, I'm going to go home and have a lot of scotch tonight, right?
Right.
And he has scotched his way all the way to 12-3. And don't look now, but I think they have a great shot at the number 1 seed. Are you kidding me? Because if Seattle beats San Francisco, which now that they've added Marshawn, they got beast mode back.
And Turbin.
Skip,
if you can't beat a team that's got 2 guys that call 2 guys off their couch, if you can't beat those guys, you deserve to lose.
Okay, but it's at Seattle. I don't know. But
Arizona just beat the brakes off them.
I got it. But sometimes Seattle can rise up at home.
They will.
How much do you love the quarterback, Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say it's going to be an upset. But if they do pull off the home upset, guess what? If these guys can take care of Detroit, which I'm pretty sure they will, then Green Bay gets 2 games at Lambeau to go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And they have not been great on the road because we saw this team get dismantled at the Chargers and dismantled at the 49ers, right?
Yeah.
But at home, it's been pretty good. And every once in a while on the road, at Dallas, at Minnesota, it can be pretty good.
Aaron Rodgers has been special at home. 17 losses in his career at home.
Okay.
But he's 43-43 on the road.
So I'm looking at this team and I'm saying, well, in the end, they're winning with defense, with Aaron Jones, and with Aaron Rodgers avoiding mistakes. So I'm looking at the scoring defense. They're 9th in scoring defense, which is their best in 10 years.
Hey, what happened last time they had a top 10 scoring defense, Skip? Tell the people at home. No. I need you to tell them at home what happened.
Well, that was ancient history, but it was so long. It's like 20 years ago, they actually won the Super Bowl.
The only time the man had a top 10 defense, Jenny. Now, Tom Brady gets those every year. Tom Brady wakes up out of bed, and I got a top 10 defense.
Yeah, right now it looks like he's got about a top 30 defense.
Skip that number one in defense. You ought to be ashamed.
They're not number one in defense.
Skip that number one in scoring defense. It's not even close.
What have we been talking about? Oh, since the Baltimore loss, they have plummeted in all the stats. They're falling out of the top 10 in every stat.
Not
yards rushing, yards passing allowed.
Skip,
they're getting torched.
Skip, think about it.
You know it, and you said it yesterday.
They're getting torched, but they've
they feasted off bad teams is the only way that they're keeping their ranking up.
They feast off bad teams. So I just want to know one thing, Skip. Who's the quarterback of the team that's been feasting?
All I know is, boy, last Saturday night he was special. It was Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
So you think? Hold on. Think about what Aaron Rodgers did in Minnesota. And we know what they represent Mike Zimmer does defensively.
I know.
You know what I saw last night?
What'd you see?
I saw on passes of 10 yards or more, Aaron Rodgers was 2 of 11 on passes of 10-plus yards. Is that good? No.
You saw
not good.
Hold up. Did you see Devontae drop a tub?
Drop a tub? I'm glad you brought that play up because here's another off-target pass. He was just a little off the whole night. If we could see the Devontae play at the goal line, it's just usually he puts this in his back pocket and he threw it 2 inside and the DB gets his hand on it.
That DB ain't touched that ball.
Yes, he did.
That DB ain't touched the ball. He dropped it.
In there.
No.
That's not a drop.
Yes, it is.
Is it not behind him? Every Dak throw you say, if he laid it out there, it would be an easy touchdown. And is that not an easy touchdown for Aaron Rodgers to throw it to his outside shoulder?
It was a little off.
It was a lot off. He threw it to his inside shoulder with the DB all over it.
I want you to remember that. I'm going to keep this clip.
Okay.
I'm going to keep this clip right here.
This is Aaron Rodgers. Again, you've told me he's the most transcendent thrower of the football ever.
He's the greatest thrower
And if
I've
we
ever
could see
seen,
the
yes.
other throw that got me, he had little Aaron Jones gone for like 15 or 20 yards out in the flat. If we could see the play at the end of the first quarter. And he just throws it wild high. Yeah. That's not Aaron Rodgers. No. That's not the guy I used to know. No. He never missed that pass before. You can't miss that one because there's nobody out there. He's going to go. Yeah. He is going to, because they're playing man across the ball. He's going to just beat the linebacker to the boundary, and he's going to be off to the races.
Okay, Skip, he made a few off throws. That happens. I mean, he's not perfect.
So we have seen Aaron Rodgers in decline over the last 4 years.
You are
3 years. No, I'm not. I mean, the stats just scream he's in decline because he had a good year in 2016 when he had a QBR of 74, which ranked near the top of the league. And then in 17, they missed the playoffs and it fell to 64. And in 18, they missed the playoffs and it fell to 54. And this year, it's fallen
If you don't mind me asking, was there any point in time in 17 or 18 that Aaron Rodgers was hurt? Did he have a broken collarbone? Was something going on with his knee? In any of those years, I just need to know that.
6 games in 17 and all 16 games a year ago, and they missed the playoffs.
If you don't mind me asking.
Missed the playoffs?
If you don't mind me asking, what happened in game 1 that caused Aaron Rodgers to not look like Aaron Rodgers for the rest of the season?
I don't know. He finished the game. You tell me if you're on the field, you're good to go.
I'm glad you said that about Dak. So Dak was just terrible on Sunday. Because he finished the game, right, Jenny?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, Skip. I just go about what you say.
Well, he needed a cortisone shot and 2 pain-killing injections, but that's okay. Didn't get to practice before the biggest game of the year. I don't know.
So you believe Aaron Rodgers was wearing a brace? Aaron Rodgers doesn't wear a brace. Aaron Rodgers.
How did he do against Chicago at the end of that game? What did he do?
Let it come back.
Yeah, he threw a home run to little Randall Cobb, who's now my guy. Yeah. Who had a big game at Philadelphia.
Oh, look at Cole Beasley. I played him. Cole Beasley.
I'll still take
Cole Beasley.
I thought Randall Cobb had a big
Cole
game.
Beasley up there rapping and catching passes. Yeah,
well,
doing
he
2
didn't
for
catch
1.
The last one, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. So the point is that I'm watching the defense rise up because Aaron Rodgers did throw a second quarter interception. He doesn't throw very many, but it was a bad one. And they turned it over 3 times in the first half. And usually on the road, if you turn turned over 3 times. You are beaten, right?
Yep.
But guess who the quarterback was on the other team? 13th Cousins, because that's what he was last night. 13th Cousins.
I can't do it.
Hold on,
13th Cousins.
I know that. Hold on. My kinfolk, I know he didn't go to Dallas and beat them. Not that Kirk Cousins. There must be another one. That must have been his brother.
That was not the same guy. What we saw last night.
Hold on. Was that the same guy that went to Dallas and beat them?
Unfortunately, yes.
So last night, Aaron Rodgers managed to survive the game with a QBR of only 34 on a scale of 0 to 100, and that dropped him to 19th in the NFL in QBR. Let's see, 32 teams, 19th. That's below average.
It ain't none of my business. I don't know why, because I don't know why I brought this guy up, but I know a guy that's lower than him.
Wow. So I think we're talking about
you right.
Here, the game manager.
You are exactly right. That's what we're talking about.
19th, and yet, guess what 13th Cousins' QBR was? It was 17 last night because he threw for a grand total of 122 yards. And I love the stat, which I read last night on ESPN.com. I believe about 7 first downs, the worst at home since 1971.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all you need to know. That was Kirk
What
Cousins.
about 139 total yards?
Okay.
139.
7 first downs. It's extraordinarily pathetic, especially on Monday night. And now Kirk Cousins falls to 0-9 on Monday night.
Skip, I don't know with the way they were getting after him, Skip.
Fair.
Z Smith, Skip. Come on now. I mean, there were times, they were rushing 3 and 4, and 5 men couldn't block him. I mean, he was relentless last night.
Yep.
And Kenny Clark pushing the pocket back. I don't know. I mean, dude had 7 tackles, 5 for losses, 3.5 sacks.
3.5 sacks.
I mean, he was unbelievable last night. Now you see why they paid a king ransom. Baltimore did not want to let him go. Zadarius Smith. They didn't, but Skip, they couldn't pay him. They gave him a boatload of money. And they go out and get Preston Smith from Washington. This is a far cry from what they used to do. They're like, we're going to develop our guys, and Aaron Rodgers is great enough to overcome. You squandered 5 years because you see team. You look at Denver. Now, Peyton Manning is an outlier, Skip, but they went and got DeMarcus Ware. They went out and got Aqib Talib. They went out and got a T.J. Ward. It's like we see teams put pieces around a great quarterback. Only even New England, they'll go out and get pieces that nobody else wants. A Kyle Van Noy, Jason McCourty. They get who are these guys? You were terrible over here, but they come in there, and all of a sudden, boom, boom. So that Green Bay is taking a page out of everybody else's playbook. We need to put pieces around an all-time great player, especially on the defense, because at some point in time, Skip, he can't overcome you giving up 50, you giving up 45, you giving up 39 like we've seen them give up in the playoffs. Now they got a defense that they believe will keep them in every game, and I still believe Aaron Rodgers can do it. There you commercial. You see Allstate? He only got my homeboy.
I see him. I can't escape them. They're even more relentless than the Baker Mayfield.
No, they're not even close.
They've gotten pretty bad. I'm with you, Skip. I'm over it.
No, Baker in the stadium, he cleaned up his house and all kind of stuff. But Skip, at least the man 12.
By the way, on Baker, that was the worst decision he and his people made in his career.
Yeah.
Because it painted the biggest target on his back, and he cannot live up to that target this year.
No. At least Aaron Rodgers has a resume, has a body of work that says, okay, I've earned the right to do. If I want to do 10, I don't know how many different offshoots of it the commercial is. I've earned the right. But your second year?
Yeah,
what have you won? I mean, what have you won? What have you done?
It's a bad idea.
Yes.
Because it's too many of them.
Right.
And I read that they did 20 versions, and I think I've seen all 20 in some way, shape, and form, right? It's all his house commercials.
I mean, I want Lamar to get a commercial or two, but not 15.
Aaron's had 100 versions of his, but to your point, at least when they started, he had already started earning.
Right. He was a Super Bowl champ. He was an MVP and all that.
Yeah.
Was it your second year, Skip?
Yeah. You know, I may blame this on Aaron's agent. He's got to fire that guy because he's no good. Guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's always just.
But you know what I noticed about you? You always be trying to shortchange Aaron with his credit. You didn't get a man his rightful due 25%. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Well, I just broke it down.
You ain't break it down. That's not true.
Because this team, when it's bad, it can look even worse than my Cowboys have looked in any game this year. Yes, sir.
No, sir.
The games at Chargers and at 49ers, they looked pathetic. It was a complete mismatch in both games.
Like your guys in Chicago. Like your guys on Sunday.
We came back with it. It was like a one-score game.
What did Jerry say? Jerry said, do not let the score fool you. The game was not as close as the final score would indicate. Okay, what about Sunday?
Was Aaron Jones, did he get his team back within a score at San Francisco and at Chargers?
I know what.
Again, we're talking about the Chargers.
Okay.
Really? That was their best game of the year, like times 10, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that has been.
Aaron Rodgers, 19th now in QBR.
We're going to talk about a guy that's lower.
Whew.
We're going to talk about a guy lower. Now, you got to be careful. Be careful what you say now, because I know a guy that we're going to talk about in a few minutes that's lower than 19th.
I think that's all you got.
I ain't got nothing.
That's all you got.
No. I don't even want to talk I don't want to tease, but I know a guy that's lower, Jenny.
Yeah.
Now,
I know a guy who's 42, and I know this guy who's 36.
Whoa.
And the guy who's 36 is the guy who's been talking about, I'm on the back nine. I can see the 18th hole. It's in sight now. He's drinking scotch. I can't wait to get home and get my scotch.
Yeah.
Do you hear that from Tom Brady?
No.
Does he hurry home to drink scotch? I don't think so. He hurries home to watch game film, right?
First of all, Skip,
he does.
The biggest thing that an athlete can do is to come to grips with his own mortality.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what he can do.
I think it's happening before your very eyes. But the football god said, let there be defense.
It's happening before your very eyes, but you and somebody else refuse to see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's somebody else?
You know. I ain't going to call the name, but we're going to talk about him a little bit.
Did you see the performance he had on Sunday against the Buffalo Bills? Who's better, Bills or Vikings? I think I'll take the Bills.
Hold on, they got the exact same record.
Yeah. Who's the better team? What's your eye test tell you?
Vikings.
Yeah. Who's the better quarterback right now, Josh Allen or Kirk Cousins?
I'll still take First Cousins.
You would not.
I'll take First Cousins. If you put him on a neutral field, who you think win?
Just not on a
neutral
Monday.
field?
Yes.
Oh, I'll take Buffalo any day or night.
Okay.
They're rolling, man. They ran into a buzzsaw.
Zim would wreak havoc. With that pass rush, they still can come get you. They can still come get you, Skip.
Yeah.
You see, they got Aaron Rodgers a bunch last night.
You don't think Buffalo can rush the passer?
I couldn't tell on Sunday. Saturday. Could you tell, Jenny? I couldn't tell they could rush the passer. Oh, you sure? I couldn't tell they could stop the run either.
It's a tough day for Vikings fans.
You know what?
Just say that. That one hurt last night.
You got to accept the fact he's a game manager. That's what it is.
I know a guy won a Super Bowl doing that very thing last year, Jenny.
Find a way.
You watched that too in the Rams game? Did you watch Super Bowl 50? What was that, 52?
Did you see what he did to the Chargers?
No.
Did you see what he did to the Chargers?
Did you see what Aaron Rodgers did against Oakland? Did you see there been games?
Oakland?
Yeah.
You're going to throw Oakland at me?
They're still in the playoffs.
Come on, this is over.
This is still in the playoffs.
You just ended the debate.
Hold on. Yeah. All I'm saying is, Skip, the numbers are very similar, except my guy's a little higher in categories that you hold dearly. You hold these. We'll
do that in a few minutes.
Yeah, you hold these stats
I'm withholding all of my ammo because I'm going to unleash on you.
Okay.
No mercy.
Throughout this season, the Cowboys have reportedly given Dak Prescott several opportunities to sign an extension. Dak has reportedly been betting on himself, hoping that his play would prove he deserves to be one of the highest paid quarterbacks. Yesterday, Stephen Jones said the Cowboys are still fully behind signing Dak to a big extension. Take a listen.
We have all the confidence in the world in Dak. We've never blinked on that. And, we've had a very aggressive offer out there every step of the way. And we certainly understood that if he stepped it up, which I think Dak has given us every opportunity to have success. I'm as bullish about Dak as I've ever been.
Well, Shannon, has Dak's gamble paid off?
Big time. Paid off huge because Dak Prescott knows as long as I walk off this field, win, lose, or draw on Sunday, if I walk off this field healthy, jackpot. Because he knows the bottom line, the floor, the basement floor is Kirk Cousins. $84 million fully guaranteed. He said that's the basement floor. That's the lowest I would even think about considering. And I told you all along, I got it from a very reliable source. The reason why Dak Prescott had not signed this contract, he was unwilling to give the Dallas Cowboys a hometown discount. I told you that. Now, it's hard for me to believe a scenario, Jenny, is that here's a guy that has, let's just say for the sake of argument, they got $110 million guaranteed on the table. He said, you know what, that's really a hometown discount. I'm going to navigate the minefield of an NFL season where any given play, my career could be over. I'm going to navigate that minefield to give you a hometown discount at the end of me coming out clear on the other side. I don't see that scenario, Skip. Now, what you're going to end up doing, what you're going to do, Skip, you're going to franchise him, you're going to create bad blood. Because he knows, I got you. I got your man. I got what you want. Because you said, Jerry, every time Jerry turns around, he got a team that can compete for the Super Bowl. But you only got that if you believe you got your quarterback. Stephen Jones says, I'm as bullish on Dak as I've ever been. You see? While you try to see, I know what you was doing. You Jerry's agent.
Have I spoken?
Nah, I'm just
saying. A word?
Yeah, you do.
I don't know.
Because I've heard you. You gonna play, this is what Shannon Sharpe thinks about you, Dak. This is what but this is what old Jerry says. See, you do know, like agents, they have guys that all they do is they cut clips, what you say good about them, what Jerry said on the radio, what Steven said on the radio, what
Shannon Sharpe says on Undisputed.
Yes.
Lots of those clips.
Yeah.
A lot of clips.
But hey, when Jerry and Steven says we can't do that, hey, cue that tape. They drop that DJ.
That's what it is.
Steven and Jerry talking about he's a franchise, he's as bullish, he's Brady, yes, he's yada, yada, yada. Skip, Dak knows that he has them. He's healthy. He's going to walk off this field on Sunday, I believe, healthy. Dak knew at worst case, Skip, he was going to get $30 million a year because Kirk Cousins got 84. Kirk Cousins turned down $90 million. Remember, Skip, the Jets had $90 million fully guaranteed, but he says, I got a better chance to win in Minnesota. So he took $6 million less guaranteed, 84 fully guaranteed. So Dak says that Kirk Cousins won one division. I won two.
Yeah. Kirk
Cousins never Rookie of the Year. I've been Rookie of the Year. I made the Pro Bowl. So he knows I got all this thing going in my favor, Skip Bayless. So with that being said, Dak Prescott, and guess what? I'm looking at this number. Steve called me late at night. I was asleep. I went to bed early. Yeah, I went to bed early. Phone ring, because I got my phone and on Do Not Disturb. But if Steve called, it'll break right on through. I'm like, Steve, this better be good. He said, Shannon, did you know the salary cap has gone up 40% in the last 5 years? So the home and Dak, guess who else knows that? Todd France, who's Dak's agent. He's like, I'm not giving y'all no hometown discount because you could have signed me before, but you didn't. So with that being said, Skip Bayless, Kirk Cousins, flood cap number one. They say the cap gonna be between 197 and 201. They say the Cowboys got like $60, $70 million. Dak said, I need all that, plus another 40. So Skip Bayless, get ready. They say before anesthesia became, they would get you boozed up, or you watch these old country western movies, they give you a towel, you bite down on it, it's gonna hurt.
It's usually a bullet.
Yeah, you know what this game give. They say, Jenny, bite down on, Jerry, I want you to bite down on this towel, it's gonna hurt. But Dak about to extract some teeth with no Novocaine. Oh, Jenny, I don't know if you ever had, my grandfather pulled my teeth with a pair of pliers. Yeah. Little did I know they wasn't coming back anyway. That's why I had to get the implant. But anyway, when you talk about that, Jenny, he said, boy, hey, come and get between your papa legs. I had to hold my head back. Ain't no Novocaine, Skip. Ain't no alcohol. And he take them pliers, them needle nose pliers. So Jerry Jones.
Can we get back on track here, please? Thank you.
Okay, how about this here? Hey, Jerry, it's gonna hurt, but just close your eyes and just put your name, Jerry. What's his middle name? Gerald Jones. It ain't Jerry, it's Gerald. They call him
Gerald Wayne Jones Jr.
Right. Yep. They call him Jerry, but his name is Gerald. Just sign your name, Gerald Wayne Jones. Hey, Dak, fill out the contract however you like. $120 million guaranteed, Skip Bayless. $100 million at the time of signing.
I want our audience to know that what I just heard from across the table is the height of hypocrisy. The very absolute Mount Everest of hypocrisy just got spewed all over this table. Because in every game of any magnitude that Dak Prescott played this football season for my Dallas Cowboys, you gave him an F for his performance, except one bizarre A+ at Detroit, a game that they barely hung on to win at Detroit.
But he was exemplary.
Against Jeff Driscoll.
He
got an A+ that game. Don't ask me. I don't know. I can't explain it.
He played good.
But he got a flat-out F. He tried to do F- for his performance at Philly on Sunday, right? Yeah. So this is the same man that he is now pounding his side of the desk saying, you gotta pay him top dollar. Hypocrisy at its peak. It makes no sense whatsoever. If you would stand by your conviction that he's a lousy quarterback, because you've told me he's average at best. If he's average at best, they should cut bait and move on because you don't want to sustain mediocrity in Dallas. You don't want to commit for 5 years to mediocrity the way the Redskins said, we are not going to commit to 13th Cousins. They're saying no. They said no. But you know what? That was the right idea.
Now you're about to get the second or third pick in the draft. At least Kirk Cousins have you get the 10th pick. But that's not. But here's the thing, though, Skip. Getting paid is not about being good. It's about being free. And Dak Prescott's about to be a free agent.
Well, he also could get franchised.
Oh, I want that. Franchise it.
I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
I want you to do it.
Because I'm here to tell you, as much as I love my man Dak Prescott, he lost leverage this year. He lost his gamble. His agents that you've talked to or DM'd with or whatever you text with, they lost their gamble. Because I know Jerry Jones inside and out, and he is the ultimate prisoner of the moment. He is the prisoner of the momentum of the moment, of the public opinion of the moment. And right now, the public is sitting back saying, what the hell just happened to the quarterback and the football team? They are 7-8. Dak has lost all of his negotiating momentum. A year ago, he had it because they were on fire heading into the playoffs, and he outplayed Russell Wilson in a home playoff game. That is momentum where Jerry's like, give me my checkbook. I'm ready. I'm ready to sign it. Gerald Wayne Jones Jr. I'm ready. But now he's like, man, I don't know, because Dak Prescott, I'm going to be objective about this. First 3 years in this league, led the National Football League in fourth quarter comeback victories. Led the whole league. This year, he has 0. And this year, I must admit it, he has missed one throw a game in all those key games that helped cost the game.
Why are you making an argument now? But when I said that at the time he was doing it, you said no.
I've been saying it for a month.
No.
I say he makes lots of throws. He's 5th in QBR, which is really good. So he's top 5 statistically.
Oh, that's a check.
And he's 2nd in yards, in just total yards.
Okay, that's a check to get my money. Okay, go ahead, keep on going.
But let's look at, remember what happened in New Orleans, the first game they lost, the Sunday, I believe, night game it was. And they lost it 12-10. And here's the first throw. He rolls out, and he's got Randall Cobb just wide open, and he just missed him. He's rolling and throwing a crossbody, and he just threw it a little touch, just touch. This is the difference in playoffs, no playoffs. If he makes that throw, if it's 6 inches back toward Randall Cobb's fingertips and he hangs on, I think they win that game. They lost 12-10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then we go to, like, the Tavon play. What about, let's do the Tavon play if we can. There's the Randall Cobb play. This is Tavon, and again, he made a lot of great throws in this drive, but he's running, 3 yards free?
Yeah.
Like, if you drop it into his chest,
right.
Can he score? He can still fly. Right. Tavon can still fly. Okay, it's just one throw in the game, one really bad throw, that help cost the game, because then you get to go for 2 to force overtime, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and how about this? How about the game at the Jets? He fought his tail off. He was a warrior in that game. He didn't have either of the tackles. And here's the pass to Jason Witten, and Marcus May is all over him. I give you that. He fouls him on the play, but the pass is off target.
But that's not what you said at the time. You said it was pass interference.
Well, it's pass interference, but I'm just being objective. I'm showing you what Jerry's going to look back at and say, if you get the ball up on Jason's hands, maybe he shields him better. Jason weighs, 260, 265?
You just said I'm the Mount Everest of hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm the Mount Everest of objectivity. I'm telling you what Jerry's thinking.
No, I'm telling you what you're saying.
I'm telling you what is happening right here. I can't defend it anymore. I told you yesterday. He missed the throw to Tavon. Did I not bring it up?
No,
He makes all kinds of throws. He had a really good year. He had a good year, except for the throw in the game.
Yeah.
Now, the Vikings game, it was no fault of his.
Let me ask you a question. Did DeMarcus Lawrence take a pay cut? Has DeMarcus Lawrence, now you keep talking about Zeke, seems like he got $90 million and seems like he's running in Cabo San. Who's the highest paid player in Dallas Cowboy history?
Okay.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
They got their money for how they played the last 2 years.
No, but that's not how you do it. You base contract on what you're going to do moving forward.
Don't tell me that. That's because tell Jerry that.
Oh, I'm telling Jerry. So Jerry believed that DeMarcus Lawrence had just scratched the surface, and moving forward, he was going to give us bang for our buck. Same thing with Zeke.
Okay, what you don't know, when you give, especially an Ezekiel Elliott who's had all kinds of issues off the field, when you give him $50 million guaranteed and you say it's over because he's thinking that's my last big contract, this is it. $50 million guaranteed is a whole lot of money, and you lose your desire. You lose your hunger.
I don't believe
you don't run hungry anymore.
He's hungry.
He's not running hungry. I'm sorry, he lost his edge.
But this ain't about him being hungry.
You brought it up.
That guy.
Okay, DeMarcus Lawrence was playing for a contract last year, and he was unblockable about half the year. And you say, that's a Pro Bowl stud pass rusher.
Okay.
How many times have you seen that this year?
I ain't seen it but once.
What did I do? I took the D off the front of his name because he doesn't play D.
But Dak Prescott, hold on. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Dak Prescott's like 100 yards short of Tony Romo's record, right? So he gonna say, I got more passing yards than Troy is in the Hall of Fame. Roger Staubach's in the Hall of Fame. Now, I got more passing yards in a season than any of those guys.
Yet Stephen Jones is going to sit across the desk and say, have you been watching Undisputed? Shannon Sharpe has given you an F for 7 games this year. 7 games.
And that's when Todd France says, excuse me, Stephen, but Skip Bayless has given my guy A+ and Bs. Even the game that he lost, when he overthrew Tavon Austin, he got a B. In the game that he lost to Minnesota, he got a B.
Okay, why did he get a B? Because he missed Tavon the game.
No. In the game, hold on, New Orleans. Now, when I told you he threw a bad pass in New Orleans, you said your guy's a warrior. He overcame.
So, I didn't say that about New Orleans.
Yeah.
I couldn't defend him.
In Green Bay, yes, you defended him. You always defend him. So now you don't want the man to get his money. Now you want to get on my side and say...
I love him. I hope he gets some money. He's going to have to take a hometown discount.
I bet you he don't.
And you know
I bet you he doesn't.
As the leader of this team, I think he owes this team.
No, he don't owe him nothing. He don't owe them nothing. He's
going to be just fine.
I bet you he don't take a hometown discount. Yeah. What do you want to bet?
Well, I don't want to bet anything.
I want to bet because, hold on, Skip.
Then I'm going to tell you, franchise tag. That's what's happening.
I love it.
Welcome to the
bad blood.
Tag.
I love bad blood.
Okay.
Ain't nothing like bad blood. There's nothing that will restore
How objective are you? You're the president of the Cowboy Haters Club. Why should anybody listen to you about Dak Prescott? Why should anybody?
Because, Skip.
You've been totally unobjective the whole year.
I've been very objective. But
you have?
But I understand how free agency works. I understand, Skip. You know how the quarterback market works. The quarterback market is the only position that you don't have to prove that you're good. They'll pay you based on what they think you'll become. Every other position must prove their worth before they get paid. Quarterbacks, they'll pay you and hope you turn into something. Dak Prescott's going to make $35 million.
Kirk Cousins did not earn whatever it was, $28 million a year guaranteed for 3 years. He didn't earn it in Washington.
Skip, he was free.
He was terrible.
But guess what?
Dak Prescott was 4-0 against him.
Skip, guess what? He's won. Now he got a better talent. Now Dak is 0-1 against
better record.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. Kirk Cousins knew, okay, you're franchising me at $24 million. You're franchising me at $27 million. If I walk off this field, you think I'm going to get more or less than the $24 million you just paid me last year? He got 80. He got what?
84, I think.
$84 million fully guaranteed. Skip, that's the basement floor. That's not the floor. That's the basement floor. Because, you know, I don't know. Do they have basements in California, Skip? Because I know it's like Florida.
Minnesota, we love them.
Yeah, because we got basements in Atlanta. Now, I got a top level, then I got a basement floor. That's low. Lower you get. Can't get no lower than that, Jen. That's the lower. That's the basement floor. $84 million. Jared Goff got 108. Dak Prescott's going to top that number.
Yeah, what's Jerry thinking about Jared Goff right now? Oh, they screwed that up. What's Jerry thinking about Todd Gurley right now?
They screwed that up. And guess what them players are thinking about all them other owners that should sit back and keep their mouths shut? They team going to the playoffs. That's what they thinking. And DeMarcus Lawrence took a shot. You think it's about one thing. We're going to talk about D-Law a little later. You think it's about one thing. I think it's about something else.
Just call him Law.
No. DeMarcus Law.
He's losing all of his names around here. Okay.
No mercy.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but beast mode is back. Wow. Marshawn Lynch has signed a deal to return to the Seahawks after Seattle lost running backs Chris Carson and CJ Prosise for the season. Marshawn hasn't played since week 6 of last season, and when asked why he'd chosen to return to Seattle, Marshawn said he'd, quote, well, we got history. We got unfinished business. Shannon, how much impact will Marshawn have?
Skip, I think he'll be serviceable. I'm not expecting a big impact. Don't think the guy's going to jump off his couch and not playing all year and be Derrick Henry. He's not going to be that beast mode, Skip. But considering what they're up against, they've lost their top 3 backs. So what do? They go out and sign guys that's familiar with that system. They signed Robert Turbin. They also bring beast mode back. Now, Skip, look, I hate saying this, and I don't want anybody to misconstrue this. But I believe the easiest position to transition or just get up off your couch and go play is the running back position.
I agree.
And I hate saying that because in pro sports, there's nothing easy about pro sports.
Yep.
But Skip, I toss you the ball, you run to the hole. It's not like I got to read coverage or anything. If the hole is there, you run through it.
Why do rookies just break right out and break through?
Exactly.
You know? Okay.
And so I believe he'll be serviceable. But if you expected him to come off his couch and run like Derrick Henry, no, I don't expect that, Skip.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows the system. He's familiar. Like you said, they have history. It's reported that after Penny tore his ACL, they brought Marshawn in, where they say he was just visiting. It struck me as odd. Now, what's the likelihood of Marshawn Lynch getting his ass on a plane in Oakland, flying to Seattle, way to Seattle, just to visit?
Just to visit.
Marshawn ain't that type of dude, Skip. Me, I go visit the Broncos. Mm-hmm. Occasionally, I was going to visit the Ravens, but that's not Marshawn's style.
Yep.
So and I was like, okay. So they say he's been, working out the last couple of weeks, getting his body used to taking on those kind of punishment, to take on those hits again. Now, he averaged 15 a carry his last year in Oakland. He averaged a little under 14 the previous year. So don't think Beast Mode's going to jump right back at this kid. They're going to give him 25 carries a game. Mm-hmm. That's not where he is. But I think he can help. I mean, they got to have somebody, Skip, and you got to get somebody. You don't really need try to bring someone in that doesn't know your system, and you got to coach him up. Okay, well, son, you got to do that. Marshawn is familiar with the system. Yep. So is Turbin. So I think he'll be serviceable, but I don't expect great things from him.
I thought what you thought when I first heard the news. It was right near the end of our show yesterday. In fact, you showed it to me in the last break. I thought, and then I slept on it, and it started growing on me. And I got to tell you, I think this is a great pickup for them, and it's almost magical that he could be available and you could do blasts from the past because it's very cool that Beast Motor's back. The way Jenny started to read. It's just like, wow, this is cool. This brought a whole new element to the end of the NFL season.
Yeah. And you think he should have finished his career in Seattle?
It was a weird way to end for him.
And it ended the wrong way because of the choice to throw the ball instead of hand the ball off on that final offensive play of that Super Bowl in which Brady and company survived.
And they never overcame it.
And it split that team in half. It split them right down the middle. Legion of Boom versus Pete Carroll and Darrell Bevel and Russell. And it put Russell in a bad spot. And finally, they just had to completely clean house to protect Russell Wilson.
Correct.
Because it was too much animosity building, too much resentment across the locker room, right?
Yep.
So, to me, I look at Marshawn. Okay, he's only 33, and you can say that's old for a running back. But look at what he's done the last 4 football seasons. He's played a grand total of 21 games in 4 years because he sat out 2 full years, one before he went back to Oakland.
Correct.
And then he had 1 big carry season and 1 he just played in only 6 games his final season 2 seasons back.
Correct.
So now he's been on his couch. I have no idea if he works out. I'm going to guess because he loves his Skittles that he's not a big workout warrior.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as a guy, Skip, that's going to the track Equinox every day, getting it in. Now, maybe once he decides, like, hold on, this might be a real option. Maybe he started going back and working out.
Well, his longtime trainer, that Tariq Azim, told Tom Pelissero, NFL.com, that they went into 2-a-days. They've done 2-a-days for 8 straight days, knowing this could be coming.
Happen, yeah.
And if we could see the video, he did a quickness video, foot drill.
He got better feet for a man that size than you think.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Does it mean he can be a big factor? Maybe not. But again, listen, this guy, you know it and I know it. He was born with some charisma, physical and sort of presence charisma, right?
Yeah. And Skip, his mindset is to run through a joker's face.
That is correct.
That's his mindset. His mindset ain't trying to let me outrun you and run out of bounds. He's not running out of bounds now.
No. And by the way, just for posterity's sake, just for good old time's sake, can we see the birth of beast mode in that playoff game?
Let's do it.
We got to see it just once because this is obviously all time. How many tackles get broken? There's a couple,
2, 3,
4,
5.
You're out of here. Oh.
That's Tracy Porter. He's like, I'm done. I don't want no more of that.
That is
Tracy
fun
Porter,
to watch
he's still on Tracy Porter. And Tracy Porter got up like, nah, I'm done.
I got 9 missed tackles.
That's so good.
This is just all time, and I think Seattle was only 7-9 at that point as a playoff.
It might have been 7-8-1.
7-8-1, yeah. And
he had another run similar to that against the Cardinals, Skip.
Poof. The earth moved up in Seattle.
It did.
Okay, can he do that now? Probably not.
Right.
Could he give you a 10-yard run that would sort of approximate that? He probably could.
Yep.
I think the locker room is going to be reinvigorated. I think it's going to be exciting to the young players to have him walk in, because even though he doesn't talk to us, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Right.
But you know what? He'll talk.
The locker room,
He is a leader by just sort of by birth, like he was a born leader.
Skip, no one generated the buzz or got the sideline up like he did when he ran the football. Did you see the defense, how they're standing and they're watching? Did you see how the crowd, I mean, Russell Wilson throwing a touchdown, that's great. But when that rascal there started rambling and shoving people to the side, nothing got that 12th man going like he could. Right. Nothing got the Legion of Boom going like he could.
Nothing. So how great was it that they could just say, hey, how about him?
Right.
Because you lost 3 running backs. The injury gods are not on your side.
It's like, what if we, you Skip, you talking about I had that doll on your quarterback post. Somebody had a doll, a doll house.
Somebody had all.
Full of dolls. All three of your running backs.
All 3. But in charisma, none of those 3. You could throw them all together and they don't equal this guy.
No.
And at 33, I still think he'll have some punch to him.
Yeah.
Where I think he'll re-jumpstart this football team. I think they will be a factor. I give them a good shot to beat the 49ers. And if they do, they're good. And they're back on track. And then I think it could be one of those magic late season moves where they go a ways because of Beast Mode's presence.
I don't think they're going to beat the 49ers. I think the 49ers are going to be the number 1 seed. And I think the Pack will be the number 2 seed.
Okay.
What a game.
You love Russell Wilson, though.
I do.
Yeah.
But he didn't look good. He didn't look good Sunday, Skip.
He's had a couple of bad games.
Yeah, coming down the stretch.
Yeah.
And even after Kyler went out, Hundley came in and was able to hold the fort together because they couldn't stop the run. Well, if you can't stop Arizona, you know 49ers can run it. They got a 3-headed monster that racks up favorable against anybody other than Baltimore.
You don't think they were looking ahead to the 49ers?
Well, maybe so.
That could be.
Kyle Shanahan will have them ready to go. I know I played for his dad, Mike. They'll be ready to play.
Okay.
Lynch, I don't know. Could be good. He had
Welcome
376.
back, Marshawn.
It's fun.
Welcome back.
3 TDs last year, 6 games with Oakland. I mean, if he could get a couple touchdowns, it can't hurt.
It would work.
Can't hurt. It's going to be fun to watch. I like the highlights. I'm glad you brought this up.
No mercy.
According to Bleacher Report and Fox Sports' own Rick Bucher, LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard have a very real personal rivalry. The rivalry dates back to when they faced each other in the finals twice, when LeBron was in Miami and they split those championships. And according to one anonymous executive, there is, quote, mutual respect, but there's an appropriate level of fear as well between LeBron and Kawhi. So, Shannon, is the LeBron-Kawhi rivalry real or a media creation?
It's a media creation. This is not a rivalry. Bird Magic was a rivalry because they played each other in the 79 final, Skip. They came out, and what made this so, they went to the 2 most rival franchises in the NBA, Skip. And what happened? In order for you to reach your ultimate destination, what'd you have to do? Come through me. Wilt Russell was a rivalry. Even though they were in the same conference, Skip, in order for you to go play for the finals, you got to beat me. And then Wilt went to the Lakers. In order for you to get to your final destination again, guess what? Russell said, you got to beat me, Wilt. This is not a rivalry. There was no rivalry in 2014, Skip. That was still the big 3. This was Tim Duncan, Manu, and Tony Parker. Kawhi Leonard was an afterthought.
He wasn't an afterthought.
Skip, he was Skip. No, there was not they did not mention a big 4. They said the big 3, and Kawhi was not a part of the big 3. So this notion that there was a rivalry and it goes back to 2014.
He was already being considered one of the best two-way players in basketball, maybe at the top. Offense, defense.
Skip, this is listen, if you want to say a rivalry, if you want to say KD, okay. Closer in age. They've already faced each other in the finals. Many thought, I won a regular season MVP. KD won 1, LeBron has 4. Okay, we go back and forth. We've met in the NBA Finals on multiple occasions. But this notion now, all of a sudden, LeBron is about to be 35, Kawhi is 28. Now we got a rivalry. Really? This is not a rivalry. They created this. I can see Peyton Brady was a rivalry. A lot of people don't know, Skip. You know this. Indy and New England used to be in the same division, the AFC East. Then they went to the Colts went to the AFC South. New England stayed in the East. But still, in order for you to go to the Super Bowl, Peyton, you got to come through me. Okay, Tom, in order for you to go to the Super Bowl, you got to come through me. That's a rivalry. And then they went, even when Peyton went to the Broncos, he kept Tom from getting to the Super Bowl twice. Or Tom would have even more appearances in the Super Bowl. That's a rivalry. But this notion, now this is the first year they're in the same conference. So after 2014, where was Kawhi? Did the rivalry die? Because LeBron kept going to finals. So where was the rivalry then? 2015, 16, 17. Did it not exist then, Jenny? Well, I'm looking for a rivalry. So now it's a rivalry. They're in the same building. Okay, if you want to say, okay, they're trying to say, well, who's the king of staples? Okay, I get all that. But this is not a rivalry. Kawhi was not the guy in 2014. Now, if you want to say LeBron and Tim Duncan, okay, but it's kind of hard to be a rival, Skip, when you're a small versus a big. Tim Duncan, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, somebody in the Eastern Conference, okay. But this is not a rivalry. The media created this. They want LeBron to have a rivalry. But this isn't a rivalry.
The media does not want LeBron to have a rival. They want LeBron to be unchallenged and unquestioned. And this is as real as it gets because Kawhi started the rivalry, and it's clear he intends to finish the rivalry this year while sharing the basement of Staples Center as LeBron, the king, sits up on the throne. He's about to get dethroned by this guy, and he had a master plan in place all along. He quit on my team. He quit on my Spurs. He was advised by his Uncle Dennis, and we're going to talk about Uncle Dennis's role in all this in a few minutes here on this show. But you know and I know that Kawhi, with some help from his uncle, led the Lakers to believe he was going to sign with the Lakers.
And he would have.
It was widely reported.
And he would have.
Nope, you're off on that.
No.
It was widely reported that Kawhi was leaning to signing with the Lakers. And at the last second, in what became a seismic event here in Los Angeles, literally and figuratively, because we had a pretty high magnitude earthquake earlier in the evening, and then a second quote-unquote earthquake followed, when I looked down at my computer screen and saw, wait, Kawhi's in a Clipper jersey?
I thought it was Photoshop.
Yeah.
Did you?
I did.
He's in a Clippers jersey? What a bombshell that was. And again, it looked to me like the whole plan from the start was to leave LeBron and the Lakers high and dry or low and dry. And to Rob Pelinka's credit, he scrambled to throw the roster together. Will it hold up over the 82 games in the playoffs? We're about to find out. But the point was, Kawhi said, no, I don't want to play with him. I want to beat him. And there's a good quote in Rick Bucher's article on the Bleacher Report saying that one of the players is saying, hey, there's no way Kawhi was going to sign with him. He wanted to beat him.
So why entertain it? Bird and Magic, they make it abundantly clear. We wouldn't even entertain the thought. So why entertain the thought? So I just want to know if the
it's
private
called a con job.
Hey, Jenny, I just want to know if the private jet or the $100 million was thrown in there, would it have been there? But that's another story. We talk about that a little later.
We'll talk about that in a little
Private
bit.
jet.
My favorite other quote in the Rick Bucher piece is from an anonymous GM who says, Kawhi knows, I can get him. And LeBron knows he knows. I'm going to read that one more time.
Please do.
Kawhi knows, I can get him. And LeBron knows he knows. Boom. Period. End of story.
Really?
And what happened on opening night? What happened during the game? Not only did Kawhi drop the mic, not only did he drop the gloves, he dropped a bomb of a commercial right in the middle of opening night, Clippers versus Lakers at Staples. If we could please see this commercial. Look at this. This is... wait, that was a crown dangling from his keychain. Look at that, would you? And the whole message here, it's Kawhi Town now. Kawhi Town?
Was that a Kaiser Permanente?
Wow.
Was that a Kaiser? Was that a healthcare commercial?
Yeah.
Because
that's all you got.
Those prescription sneakers. I just want to know. I just asked.
Same old lame joke.
just asking, Skip.
You want to talk about brazen? You want to talk about guts, or I could describe it otherwise?
Skip.
That took some chutzpah to say, on opening night, I'm going to drop a commercial that says it's my town now.
So let me ask you a question.
It doesn't take nothing? Are you kidding me?
Let me ask you a question.
That's a rivalry.
Let me ask you a question. How much would I have to pay the NBA to do a commercial on Christmas Day? You think if I give them $1 million, they'll let me do a 30-second spot on Christmas Day? Okay, then. So what's so special? What's so special about what it is? A commercial.
You want to talk? You don't think that was brazen on opening night? And guess what he was doing? On the court, he was backing it up. He didn't even have his new partner in crime, Paul George, and he backed it up.
This is media creation. The media did not create the Bird Magic rivalry. They created it.
Help me out
here. The media didn't create Russell Chamberlain.
Did the media put words in LeBron's mouth about load management? All the between-the-line shots he took at Kawhi. When LeBron is healthy, LeBron plays. And then the hypocrite that LeBron was, he load manages on the game before Christmas Day.
LeBron's a man. LeBron could have easily said, Kawhi does what Kawhi does. I play when I'm healthy. He didn't take no shots at LeBron. Listen.
It was straight at Kawhi Leonard. You know what? And Doc took a shot right back at LeBron.
Well, hold on.
The Lakers' policy is whatever LeBron says it is. Boom.
And what's Kawhi's? And what's Kawhi's policy?
It's whatever Kawhi says.
Exactly. So what's the point? Skip Bayless. Listen.
What do you mean, what's the point?
Skip.
One's a hypocrite, one's up front. One just says, that's what I do. He's been doing it since San Antonio.
This is what LeBron James. LeBron James says Kawhi Leonard flowers don't make my house smell. He doesn't give a D what Kawhi Leonard does.
Oh, he does too.
No, he does not.
Threatened.
Threatened by what, Skip?
By the guy who's living in his basement.
Skip. LeBron James. I don't care. Kawhi will never be thought of in the magnitude of the gravity that LeBron is. Skip, you could try to make it a rivalry. If you want to make that a rivalry, Skip, had they been in the same...
I'm not trying. It just flat out is.
So when did it become a rivalry?
When he started that, with that commercial, and with his decision. Even LeBron admitted, I thought we had Kawhi. He left him high and dry.
But LeBron didn't know his uncle was pimping him out, though. So that's what LeBron didn't know. LeBron thought he was going to be on the up and up. My thing is, if I don't deal with somebody, I'm not even entertaining them. I ain't entertaining you. I don't fool with you.
Shannon, he's on his way. Here he
comes. On his way to what?
He's coming like Santa Claus. He's coming. He's going to come right down your chimney at Staples.
I guess the sleigh broke down. Because he's been coming a long time. I mean, he low, man. Is he playing tomorrow?
Yeah, he's going to play.
You sure?
You sure LeBron's going to play?
Don't worry about us.
I don't know. He's got all kinds of
injuries. Worry about us.
I don't know. He's got a chest muscle pull. Now, there's a mysterious injury for you.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. And we're back to the old nagging groin. Yeah. We're back to the nagging groin.
Hold on. Siakam got a groin. Siakam's 25. How's Siakam hurt his groin at 25?
Does he belong in the same bracket?
I'm just asking you a question, so it just goes to show you injuries happen.
Yeah. It all depends on who's healthy in May and June.
That's okay then.
Yeah.
So why are you talking about Christmas?
Here we go.
Why are you talking about Christmas then?
Because there are statements along the way.
Ain't no statements.
They already made one statement.
They ain't make no statement.
LeBron had a grand total of 2 points in the fourth quarter, and Anthony Davis goose-egged in the fourth quarter.
What statement?
Hold on. You better come to play.
Well, when they have goose eggs and 2 points in May and June, then talk to me. Until then, I don't care nothing about I don't care. Like you tell me, I don't care anything about October. I don't care about November. I don't care about Thanksgiving or December. I don't care about any of that. But talk about this a rivalry.
You want June?
I talk about this a rivalry. Skip, this is not a rivalry. The hammer and the nail can never have a rivalry. We already know whether it's a tack nail and a spike hammer or whether it's a tack nail and a spike hammer. It doesn't matter, Skip.
Wait, the hammer hit the nail on opening night and broke right in half.
When the last time you ever
I don't know. You ever seen a hammer break in half? I haven't.
Listen.
But it happened on opening night.
Listen, LeBron James is a sledgehammer.
Kawhi Town.
LeBron James is a sledgehammer.
Well.
That's a spike nail. He big, but I don't know if you ever know, but I work. I've driven spike nails.
Can you believe that Kawhi Leonard signed off on a New Balance commercial in which the keychain is a dangling crown?
Skip, he didn't even know. Why didn't he even? First of all, let me tell you how this works. Kawhi Leonard has no creative control over anything that he does. That guy does. That guy has creative control. Kawhi Leonard is happy to have a commercial. So stop this foolishness, Skip Bayless. I refuse to let you just You know somebody, Kawhi signed up on it. Kawhi happy to have a commercial. When was the last time Kawhi Leonard ever had a commercial? He didn't even have local commercials in San Antonio, let alone a national spot. LeBron James has creative control, says yay or nay. So stop that, Skip.
Who was the MVP of the finals last year? I can't remember. Wait, LeBron, was he in the... No, he didn't make the playoffs.
How many times has LeBron James been finals MVP? How many times has he been regular season MVP? How you going to beat rivals and you ain't got no regular season MVPs on your resume? At least Bird and Magic says, I got 3, you got 3.
News.
You got 3 finals, I got 2 finals. Stop it. No, ain't no old news.
Well, Kawhi's a lot younger than LeBron is, and that's his big advantage right now.
We're going to have a rivalry, and the guy ain't going to reach 20,000 points. LeBron going to be at 40,000. LeBron already top 10 in assists.
And LeBron knows he knows.
Yeah, and Kawhi knows.
Bingo.
And Kawhi knows he'll never be LeBron.
Who that actually was. I'm predicting that we may see a new commercial tomorrow.
I mean,
Christmas Day. I feel like
Jenny,
there could be something brewing.
Jenny, you want to be the king or the claw? Oh, you want to be the...
Like, so we're going to see something tomorrow because I feel like the timing is...
LeBron ain't releasing no commercials.
No, I'm talking Kawhi.
Yeah, let it release it. Let it release it.
Somebody does protest too much.
All right.
No mercy.
Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady are having very similar seasons. Both have led their teams to 12-3 records and division titles. Both are averaging within 10 passing yards per game of each other and are in single digits for interceptions on the year. Each QB also has 3 games in which they did not throw a touchdown pass. So, interesting stuff there. Shannon, who's had the better season? Are you going to go with Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady?
It is not even close. I don't know. Skip Bayless tried to sneak this one, to try to finagle this one in, but I knew it. I knew eventually he couldn't let Aaron Rodgers have his moment because he saw the A-Rod go on the road and win the division.
What moment? Oh, last night? Yeah. Oh, that was his. I thought that was his team's moment.
Now, Skip Bayless, you love QBR, am I correct?
Yep.
That's the gold standard, what you said about it.
Yep.
If you don't mind me asking, who has the higher QBR, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady?
It's barely.
I don't know, barely.
54 to 53.1.
Skip.
Okay? I just said it.
Okay, say it again.
54 to 53.1, almost dead even.
No, ain't no dead even.
Yeah.
Okay, completion percentage.
Go ahead.
Yards per attempt.
Yep.
Touchdown to interception.
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's not your turn just yet.
You're asking me questions. Am I supposed to go or not?
Okay, no. Okay, they have the exact same record. They both won the division. Okay, they're 12-3.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers has a higher QBR, higher completion percentage, higher yards per attempt, touchdown to interception ratio. And Rodgers did all of this without Devontae Adams. So in order to make this...
No, he had him for 11 games. Don't lie to the public.
How many games?
11 games he had Devontae Adams, including last night's game.
How many games did Tom Brady have Julian Edelman?
Wow. Devontae Julian. Devontae Julian. Let's see.
Okay, hold on. Now, Hall of Famer. Skip Bayless tell me that Julian Edelman is a Hall of Famer. He just won Super Bowl MVP. That's what.
Wait, high second-round pick versus low seventh-round pick. Interesting. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Brady is 30th in yards per attempt. He's only ahead of Mason Rudolph and Mitchell Trubisky. Mason Rudolph got benched in favor of Doug Hodges, who was so bad they put Mason Rudolph back in the game.
Yep.
But here's the one, Jenny, that you're going to say, get my mic right here because I'm getting ready to drop it. Tom Brady is 27th in completion percentage. He's behind Mason Rudolph and Mitchell Trubisky. Drop the mic. Your turn, Skip.
My turn. Tom Brady has clearly had a better season than Aaron Rodgers because the QBRs are almost dead even, which is hard to fathom given the degree of difficulty Tom Brady has faced all year because he does not have a Devontae Adams. He has a potential. His name is N'Keal Harry, but he missed the first 8 games, and he's barely getting into the rotation lately because just 2 games ago against Kansas City, he played 2 snaps in the game. So you don't even have that. Tom Brady has thrown to more receivers this year than he has in any year in his whole 20-year career. 17 receivers he's had to throw to, including Gunnar Olszewski, got targets and catches this year before he got hurt and went on IR, and I miss Gunnar.
Me too.
I think Tom Brady misses.
Was he undrafted free agent?
Yeah.
Kind of like Kumaro.
Bemidji State's
Kind of like Kumaro, undrafted free agent. Kind of like Geronimo Allison, undrafted free agent.
Was Aaron Jones an undrafted free agent?
Fifth rounder.
He's fourth on this.
Hold on. Sonny Michel, what round did he get drafted in?
Yeah.
First round pick. Aaron Jones, fifth round pick. Come on with it, Skip.
So Aaron Jones has the fourth most catches on the Green Bay Packers because he is lethal coming out of the backfield.
What about Sonny Michel?
And I have to find Sonny. I have to go all the way down to 12th on the list of New England Patriots catching passes. 12th?
What about
fourth versus 12th? Are you kidding me?
No.
Now let's talk since it's my turn.
Okay,
Thank you very much. How about passes of 10-plus yards? You want to talk about game managing? You want to talk about dinking and dunking? Because Aaron Rodgers is way down at 24th on the list of completions of 10 or more yards. Are you kidding me? And Tom's not much better. He's 15th on the list, but he has 9 more than Aaron Rodgers does.
So we don't
okay,
mention
but it's 15th to 24th. And then how about 20-plus yard throws? Tom Brady's been pretty good this year on 20-plus because he's got 57 of those to only 47 for the transcendent thrower of the football, Aaron Rodgers. Are you kidding me?
Think about this.
He's a game manager.
So let this sink in.
Dinking and dunking.
Your guy has 10 more throws of 20. Ooh. He has 9 more throws of 10, but he's 30th in yards per attempt. So let that sink in for a second. So other than that, he's dinking and dunking. But this is what I want to take it away with, Skip, baby.
Wait, it's still my turn. I think I just got completely interrupted, and I got to reclaim some time, please. Thank you.
Time is yours.
Throws for first downs. Tom Brady has 185, so he is still clutch. When it's time to make that throw to Julian Edelman or sometimes to undrafted rookie free agent former quarterback at North Carolina State, Jacoby Myers, Tom Brady is on the money because he is still money. 185 for first downs to Aaron's 171.
Oh, Skip, you make it seem like it was 295 to 10.
Okay, but
Stop
that's
it.
14 more first downs. Those add up over time, I would say.
Well, Skip, they ain't got much time. They only got one game left. So how big a gap do you think they're going to be?
Tom Brady has worked miracles because do you remember this guy named Jimmy Graham? I don't know.
Skip Bayless. Jimmy Graham hadn't caught a touchdown in the last 8 games. Lacoste just caught one. And you keep talking about Ben Watson, 38. Well, we got a guy named Mercedes.
39.
Okay, and we got 39. Mercedes Lewis. Yeah. And he's not a 2020 Mercedes. He's,
The lowest catches by any tight end core in the whole National Football League belong to the New England Patriots. They went from Gronk to what? To a 39-year-old plus Matt Lacoste, who caught a touchdown pass against Buffalo, plus Ryan Izzo, who's now on IR.
Didn't you hear what Cooper say? Woo. There's no next man up for LeBron. There's no next guy up for Gronk.
So, wait, Jimmy Graham or Benjamin Watson at 39? Help me out.
Which
way are we going?
Hold on.
Which way are we going?
But here, Skip, I gotta get this point in. Because this is the thing that you beat Aaron Rodgers. You had him just hit him over his head with it. I like, Skip, don't hit him no more. He can't take it anymore. Throwaways. The guy that leads the NFL in throwaways is who, Skip Bayless? He has 45. He had 30 all of last year. So he has a 50% increase. Your guy. And see why you
I've got 37 to 29.
Whoa.
I'm just looking at what
you got it wrong. But that's okay. I don't even care about that. Last year, your guy was top 3. So the past 2 years, what you killed Aaron Rodgers for, you make it seem like your guy was not even on the radar. He was
What
top
have I
3.
tried to teach you? 2 kinds of throwaways in the National Football League. 2 ideas happen when you've got the ball in the pocket. If your pocket collapses because you probably have the worst protection over the year that any quarterback has had, you have to get rid of the ball quickly so you don't take a sack. Aaron Rodgers stands and has time, and when it's going to be a coverage sack because he's had 5 seconds to look,
Tom Brady.
He says, you know what? I don't want to have an interception because it looks bad on my resume, so I think I'll just throw it in the 3rd row. Those are those kind of throwaways. They're cheap throwaways because they're gutless throwaways by Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't want to take a chance. Tom Brady, with no help, no weapons, even by your admission, he's had no weapons all year. He's got a beat-up little Julian Edelman at 33. Are you kidding me?
But you keep thinking about all these. But if I'm not mistaken, Kumaro, Lazard, and Allison is all the same as, Gunnar Olszewski. Undrafted free agents. That's what he's throwing to.
Guess what? Last night, Aaron Rodgers threw 16 balls to Davante Adams, former second-round pick. 16 balls, and he caught 13 for 116 yards.
Skip.
Whoa!
We just hold on.
Whoa, Tom Brady would say, thank you, God. Give me a Devontae.
Skip, we just saw 2-3 weeks ago, he threw 14 balls at Julian Edelman, and he threw another 12 at James White. So stop doing that.
James White's like 5'8". Are you kidding me?
Hold on. He was 5'8". Hold on. If you don't mind me asking, who has caught the most passes in playoff game history? In a playoff game?
Tom Brady makes everybody.
Not Tom Brady makes everybody. You see what I'm saying, Jimmy?
Well, he's got to work with that, and he made him a star. And he made Julian Edelman a star.
Hold on. So,
7th round quarterback.
You see? Now,
Julian Edelman played quarterback.
Hold on.
In college.
I just want to know. I just want to know one thing. Hold on. Now, you see what happens, Jenny. Now, when things are going well, Tom Brady made everybody a star. But the moment that it doesn't, he doesn't have help. Make him a star. That's what Tom Brady does. He's the Clyde Davis.
What did the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe tell me all year long? He's got no weapons. Okay, who has the bottom of the list, 32nd in separation this year, receiver separation? What happened when they went out and got Mohamed Sanu? Shannon Sharpe said, he's a bust. He can't run anymore. Aha!
Skip, I don't understand why they got it.
So you went from Gronk and Antonio Brown and, wait a second, Josh Gordon? You had all three of those guys?
You just told me.
And you went to the Gunnar Olszewski?
I go to Clive Davis to make me a star. Yeah. I go to Quincy Jones to make me a star. Make me a star. You said Tom Brady can make anybody a star. Make them a star.
It took him a while, and Saturday evening, he did it.
Oh, Saturday.
He made him the star. He had an 85 QBR.
So what about the other weeks? What about the other 10 weeks when you were complaining? You come out here crying and wouldn't let me talk, say you were bored. I try to make good points. You couldn't bite my head off. You bite my head off, Skip.
At least I don't interrupt you. That's.
You don't interrupt me. Okay.
No, I don't. I try
no one's perfect around here every time.
Yeah. You know, and I know, Tom Brady's had a miraculous year, working with no protection and no weapons.
I didn't say he had an okay year.
They still won the division, and the defense is starting to fall off the cliff. The defense is, and when push came to shove, the game of the year, Tom Brady played much better in his game of the year than Aaron Rodgers played in his game of the year last night.
A defense fell off a cliff, and 4 cracks and goal to go. What happened?
Okay.
The defense stood tall.
Okay, last Saturday evening, Tom Brady faced the number 2 scoring defense in football, much better to me than Minnesota's defense has been this year, all year long, and he had a QBR of 85 against that defense. Last night, Aaron Rodgers was at Minnesota against a very good defense, but had a QBR of 34. These are their games of the year to clinch the division.
If you don't mind me asking.
Games of the year, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
I see what you're trying to do.
Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers down here.
If you don't mind me asking, when Tom Brady faced that defense on the road, what was his QBR?
Well, who won the game?
Okay.
Who won the game?
Who won the game last night?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers won the game.
Well,
you see what you're trying to do?
The defense and Aaron Jones. If Tom Brady had an Aaron Jones, look out above. Here he would go.
Yeah, Bayless.
Well, Aaron Jones is the MVP of the Packers.
So who's the MVP? Stephon Gilmore? Is Stephon Gilmore the MVP of the Patriots?
No.
Come on, talk to me, Skip.
He was for about 2/3 of the year, and then he got beat again the other day.
So it's okay. So hold on. Tom Brady's throwing interceptions. Are you docked him for that? Tom Brady is 30th in completion percentage. But hold on.
Did he throw an interception against Buffalo the other day?
Hold on. How you gonna be considered better than Tom Brady when you behind Mitchell Trubisky and Mason Rudolph in completion percentage? Skip, you ought to be ashamed of yourself defending that. You defended that.
Wait, Aaron Rodgers is 24th in passes of over 10 yards? This is the guy, the greatest thrower of the football Shannon Sharpe has ever seen. And he is in decline.
Your guy is 30th in yards per attempt.
Yeah.
Only 2 guys are worse. Mason Rudolph and Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah, my bad. And your guys behind them, Skip. Your guys behind them in completion percentage. Mitchell Trubisky and Mason Rudolph.
You know, Aaron Rodgers did go along for a great ride this year.
That's what Tom Brady doing right now. He did it in the Super Bowl. Got him a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Got him a Super Bowl.
Yeah, when he completed 4 straight passes for a touchdown. Oh, okay.
Hold on. So Aaron Rodgers had no completions last night. Damn. I could have swore I saw him throw some sweet ones. Had some sweet balls. And what happened? Fumble. You remember what you call him? Devontae got it knocked out.
Okay, that was one of the 2 for 11 that he was on plus 10-yard passes, and Devontae got stripped. Way to go, Shannon.
Way to go.
Shannon, you got to face the facts.
You do.
We could go
One guy is in decline. And by the way, I got to bring this last point up. the Green Bay Packers would have home field advantage if Aaron Rodgers hadn't screwed up the last play against Philadelphia. And if he hadn't screwed it up, my team might be the division champs right now because he had little Darius Shepard, the little rookie from North Dakota State. He had him wide open in the flat, and he forced it to Valdez-Scantling. What a terrible throw that was, who is double covered because they blew the defense and left Darius Shepard wide. So what is happening? He could have underhanded it to Darius Shepard. They win the game. They beat Philadelphia. And look, Philadelphia is dead right now.
Think about it. If Coach Belichick's defense don't stand on their head, they can't win. They can't win.
Oh, well, boy.
Any game they give up more than 14 points.
You know what?
It's the first time Sunday. Saturday.
Buffalo knocked them on their head, and Tom Brady overcame it.
And what'd he do?
Way to go, Tom.
Fourth cracks on goal-to-goal situation, and the defense stood on their head.
Gunnar O'Shea.
So hold on. When Tom Brady went toe-to-toe with an L-Jack, what'd he do? When he went head-to-head with Patrick Mahomes boys, the defense said, we struggling. We done carried you thus far, Tom.
By the way,
now carry us.
The leader of this team is Tom Brady, who actually threw a block on Saturday evening. He went downfield and he knocked Tre'Davious White off his feet. It just shows you that's the kind of commitment that Aaron Rodgers does not have for his team. He's not the leader of that team.
You put your quarterback in harm's way. You put your quarterback in harm's way, Jenny.
Look at that. He knocked him off his feet. Can you believe that?
Here's the thing.
Can you believe Tom Brady did that?
No,
you don't think that electrified the sideline?
You do know defenders watching that.
Wow.
So first chance they get, they're going to knock his block off.
Good.
Okay.
Have at it.
On the sideline.
That's
this
42 years old. Thank you.
42
I could watch that all day.
That guy.
No mercy.
Well, on Sunday night, Skip posted a video of himself throwing away his Ezekiel Elliott jersey after the Cowboys lost to the Eagles. That video, guys, has gone viral. Over 8 million impressions on Twitter as of this morning. Everyone's talking about it, Skip. Yesterday on the show, you said that if you had an Amari Cooper jersey, you would have thrown that in the trash as well.
Yep.
Jason Garrett said it wasn't an injury or fatigue that kept Amari off the field for their final offensive play of the game, but rather it was a coach's personal decision to sub him out, which I have a feeling that isn't going to help here. But Skip, does this change your opinion at all?
Yeah, it makes it all even worse.
Why?
This is even scarier to me because I wish Amari had just taken himself out because he wasn't feeling it, because he has 5 different injuries he's fighting through. He felt like he was hurting the football team. Give me anything but performance. The coaches subbed him out of the game, according to them, Jason Garrett, because they thought somebody else could be better. They put Tavon Austin in the game instead of Amari Cooper, who for about 2/3 of the year, Pro Football Focus ranked the #1 wide receiver in pro football.
Bet you better get your rankings.
They put in Blake Jarwin in place of Amari Cooper because they thought he'd be a little better and give them a little better target than Amari Cooper could give them. This is even worse to me because they're saying we just didn't think he was good enough to be on the field for the most crucial plays of the game, the last 2 offensive series, and then including the final throw of the game, which went to Michael Gallup. Not on the field, on performance, because they're saying we had someone better. I remind everyone, Amari Cooper changed life in Dallas a year and now a half ago. At mid-year, he changed everything. He said at the time he felt like he had died and gone to cowboy heaven because he had gotten out from under John Gruden and gotten to play with and for Dak Prescott and Jason Garrett in Dallas, which felt like home to him. Does it feel like home now? You realize his deal's up also. Interesting. Is he going to want to stay in quote-unquote cowboy heaven now that he got benched? He got benched in the crucial moments of the biggest game of the year. Now, again, I believe he pulled himself out of the game at New England because Stephon Gilmore just put it all over him. Just put the clamps on him till he was psychologically defeated and said, no mas, I'm out. I got to watch because he is shaming me and I can't take it anymore. This was not shame on Amari Cooper. This is shame on the whole situation of there's better players? Really? There's better players. Tavon and Blake Jarwin, better options than Amari Cooper. So I'm sorry this came to to the forefront because now I'm just devastated by it. The first one I can barely live with. This one I cannot live with.
So Sunday, Cowboy fans, it may be the last time. I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe the last time Dak and Amari plays together. Skip.
If only you could sing.
Skip.
If only.
This is exactly who Amari Cooper is. I'm going to take you back to 2017. He goes for 210 against the Kansas City Chiefs. And then he goes 6 straight games under 70. In 2 of those games, Jenny, he had 0 and he had 9 yards. I'm going to take you back.
That was for the Oakland Raiders.
I'm going to take you back last year. He goes for he goes for 217 against the Eagles. And then to close out the season, 3 straight games under 35. 35 or under. And how about this with Minnesota Vikings? He goes for $147. And then he goes 6 straight games under 100 for 40 or less. This is who he is. This is always who he's been. That's why John Gruden let him go. John Gruden didn't believe Amari Cooper had that dog in him. Now, granted, I might not have a dog in me, but I'm not going to let you talk to me like a dog. Amari Cooper couldn't take that. Even think about it. Amari Cooper played 3 years for Coach Saban. Now, we know Coach Saban is not a peach to play for, but he understands how you talk to people. John Gruden couldn't communicate with him. Now, for me...
Yeah, but what do you always say? Production tolerance. So production at Alabama off the charts. Right.
But I think the thing is, Skip, for me, is that I believe looking at his body language and watching him go through the motions, Amari Cooper is hurt more than he's let on.
I hope so.
Now, Skip, he's always had these flashes, and that's what you loved about it. Because he could go get your $150, 200 yards, but then he's going to cool off. This is his body of work, Skip. I'm sorry. Now, for me, it's hard for me to believe, even at a hurt, that Tavon Austin is better than
I would agree. That's a really bad sign.
Well, even worse sign is that you're trotting out Jason Witten more plays than Blake Jarwin.
Horrible.
That's the problem.
I know.
Because you got a guy that can really make plays. Blake Jarwin can be a player if you give him opportunities.
Remember the game at the Giants at the end of the year last year? I called him Shannon Jarwin.
And Skip, didn't he catch a touchdown right late against somebody else right before the half that he caught a touchdown? That was against the Giants this year. He caught one right. He caught 3 touchdowns last year against the Giants. And right before the half, he caught another one against the Giants this year.
I always tell you, Dak calls him maybe the most athletic guy on the whole team.
Amari.
He got 19 snaps. Jason Witten got 59 snaps at Philly.
Yeah.
No, that's not a good trade-off.
It's wrong.
Flip that around. Flip that around.
I agree with you.
Skip, this is who Amari is. I believe Amari is hurt more than he's letting on.
They don't put him on the injury.
I know. It's hard for me to believe, and they keep saying that, he's practicing, but he doesn't. I don't see the explosiveness bursting off the line of scrimmage, getting in and out of his breaks. That attempt, Skip, that was the very play last week against the Rams that he caught. That was his only catch, but it's for 19 yards, which would have been about 19 yards there. Jalen Ramsey made the hit immediately. That was the exact same throw. And instead of going up with 2 hands like he did with the Rams, he went up with 1 hand.
And he didn't really seem to want it that badly.
Skip, I'm telling you, I've been hurt. I've been out there and played. I'm telling you, when you hurt, man, your mind just
I got it. And obviously, some humans can deal with the pain better than others.
Yes. And sometimes, you have to, it takes respect because Amari, what he must understand, Skip, all they see is 19. You see 19. You see Cooper. You expecting the guy that you saw against the first time around against Philly. You're not expecting to see a guy hobbling, making excuses.
Do you remember the game at Jerry World against Philly last year?
Yeah, he went for 217.
And Dak threw for 243 in fourth quarter and overtime. And a lot of it went to that guy.
He called for 217, Skip. That was the 4th game. But the last 3, he was 35 or less. So what you see is, Skip, this is who he is.
So are you saying John Gruden is being proven right?
Look, he's not Mike. See, Skip, the thing, he's not Mike Thomas. He's not Julio. That's not what he is. You know Julio gonna give you them numbers, and Mike Thomas and certain guys gonna give you these numbers every week. I'm sorry. His body of work says he's inconsistent. He'll hit you when he's hot. He's scorching. But when he's cold, he's freezing.
Okay, what do people always say? Maybe the best route runner.
Yes.
Okay, well, if you're running precise, perfect routes, but you're not separating with some quickness and explosion, it does not matter.
It doesn't matter, Skip. Because that's what made him, because he could run such great routes, and because he's technically sound. But that quickness, that explosion, is not there. So, Skip, you know this game it's not. You're not in college now. You're not going to be getting no five yards of separation. It's very close. And these DBs, they're like, oh, this dude. Now you see guys challenging him. They don't want to challenge Amari Cooper because if you don't get your hands on him, he's gone.
Because he's a big kid.
Yeah, he can run through. He can play through contact.
I got it. So just for the record, Cowboys have played 7 home games, and Amari's caught 48 balls at home. They've played 8 away games. He's caught 27 on the road. So one more road game with 27 catches, at home 48. Does that mean you don't have that dog in you when you leave the confines of Jerry World?
But Skip, I think the thing is what he's going to have to learn to do is that if he plays in the NFL, there are going to be times you're not at your best, and you're going to be nicked up, and you're going to have to find a way to play through that. The really good ones and the great ones, they can find ways to play through that.
Zach Ertz the other day, I got to give him high props because he got his rib broken, and he went in, and I'm sure he got it injected, and he came right back out and caught a couple more balls.
Yeah.
Okay?
I've been there.
I can't even imagine.
I told we played in the Chicago Bears, Skip, and Jake Plummer threw me a pass across the middle, and the guy put his helmet right in my rib cage. But it was like 5 minutes left. And immediately I knew what it was. I said, Greek, just take me in. Let me get what I got to get done. He said, Sharpe, by the time we get you in there and it take effect, the game will be over. You done for this one. Yeah. But the next 2 weeks, you shoot it. So I knew in the first quarter, he's going to get that. He'll get that feel good, Jenny. He'll be back.
And rib injuries, though, they linger. They take a long time to heal.
He was good during the game, Skip, but once that medicine wore off after the game?
That's what.
Because you don't realize all this right here, combing your hair, brushing your teeth, eating.
I know.
Breathing.
Breathing.
Laying down. Good luck trying to lay down.
You said it yesterday that you thought Gruda was onto something, and unfortunately for you, Skip, I think that you might be right about that one.
No mercy.
Heisman finalist Chase Young is preparing for the college football playoff semifinal as his Ohio State Buckeyes face the Clemson Tigers. Young is expected to enter the NFL draft after this season, and many experts have as the top prospect. With their loss on Sunday, the Cincinnati Bengals locked up the first overall pick in the upcoming draft. And we're now joined by Fox college football analyst Reggie Bush. Good morning.
Good morning. Merry Christmas.
Being here on the holiday. Appreciate it. Reggie, you have spent some time around Chase Young, covering him all year. Yeah. Should he be the #1 overall pick?
I think he should be the #1 draft pick, and I think he will be the #1 draft pick. He is the most dominant player at his position in all of college football. When I think about Joe Burrow, who won the Heisman Trophy, he very much may be the first quarterback taken, as he should be, but you also got Tua Tagovailoa that's coming out this year. Justin Herbert from Oregon is coming out this year. And even Jalen Hurts is coming out this year in the draft. And I think a couple years ago, people might have questioned whether Jalen Hurts had a future in the NFL. But now seeing what quarterbacks like Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, and Lamar Jackson are doing in the league.
Agreed.
Now is the time for dual threat quarterbacks to come out. Even at the receiver position, right? Jerry Jeudy is coming out, but you also got CeeDee Lamb.
Yep.
But when you talk about Chase Young, it's him and it's only him. There's nobody else. I think about the game against Wisconsin. He had 4 sacks. To me, the most impressive part about that game is that he actually should have had more sacks.
No.
He actually had about 2 or 3 more sacks that he left on the table. And so for Chase Young, he has the size, he has the speed. He's built kind of like a DeMarcus Ware. He has a great first step. His get off is unbelievable. Uses his hands well. But the one thing that I think that makes him elite and that separates him from the rest is his ability to go 90 degrees once he is at the same level as the quarterback. And when you think about that, for quarterbacks are taught to step up into the pocket, right? When defensive ends are rushing past them. But if a quarterback steps up, Chase Young is meeting him right there. He's collapsing that pocket. And that's the thing that makes him different. Urban Meyer, we broke this down on our show when we were at the Wisconsin game against Ohio State. We did a breakdown of this. But when he gets to that second level, when he's at the same level as quarterbacks, there's nowhere for quarterbacks to step up. And that's the thing that makes him elite. That's why people compare him to the Von Millers, the Khalil Macks, because day one, he's going to be able to play right away. He's going to elevate the play of guys around him. He's a generational type player, and I don't think he's a guy you can pass up on an NFL draft.
Well, if there's a quarterback not close, because even though you mentioned Von Miller and Khalil Mack, you're not taking him over Aaron Rodgers, you're not taking him over Drew Brees, because Skip, for me, I'm always going to lean towards the guy that can score the points. Because at the end of the day, it's about putting points on the board. And Chase Young is not going to look. Skip, I got to do something to arouse that fan base in Cincinnati. And I know Chase Young played at Ohio State, and I get all that.
Right.
But defensive players, Skip, I mean, look, they sell a little bit, but it's a quarterback league. They don't put the rules in place. So they don't have any rules that says, okay, we want to protect the defensive lineman's knees. We want to protect his head. They put all that for who, Skip? The quarterback. Because they want him on Sunday to be out there. And more times than not, when the starting quarterback is not out there, your chances of winning goes down, and the fans are not nearly excited. Skip, let's just say for the sake of argument, he's the highest rated player.
Yep.
And Joe Burrows is, say, slightly below. You take Joe Burrows because you take the quarterback, Skip. You got to have the quarterback. If I'm building a friend, look, Ndamukong Suh had his dominant season, senior season, as anybody I've ever seen. And they took Sam Bradford because he was the guy that could score the points. And more times than not, Skip, that's the way they're going to lean. Now, Jadeveon Clowney came out, he was number one, but there's really not a quarterback. I mean, you know, Johnny had all his issues going on, Skip. I think, didn't Johnny come out with Jadeveon? If I'm not mistaken, I think he did come out. Because that's when John Gruden said, I would take Johnny to number one and I wouldn't look back. And he'd have been fired as soon as Johnny didn't show up to work that day. We know why, Skip. But I would not take Chase Young. Not if it's close. If there's a quarterback close, and I don't know if it's going to be Joe Burrow, I believe Tua would have been the first quarterback had he not gotten injured.
I agree.
But somebody's going to get a great quarterback, Skip, because that hip injury is going to knock him down. And guess what? I believe the Miami Dolphins are going to be right there to fair catch him as he lands in their laps. But I wouldn't take Chase Young, Skip. I'm going to take a quarterback because I want a guy that can score points.
Let me ask you this question. If Cincinnati's on the board, right? They got the number one draft pick, right? What quarterbacks are in that division, right? Lamar Jackson, Big Ben. You got quarterbacks that can move, that have proven to be really good. So I'm not. Listen, I know people are kind of are off of Andy Dalton, but you don't have to be aggressive in the NFL draft because you have a quarterback that has put up numbers, right? Has he been consistent? No, he has not. But you need a defensive player in that division to get after these quarterbacks.
What happened in your draft?
They took defensive end. Defensive end went first before me. Exactly.
And
Mario Williams. You're right, Mario Williams.
And Vince Young.
Were you surprised by it at the time?
I was surprised by it at the time.
Were you angry by it?
I was motivated. I wouldn't say I was angry, but I had a chip on my shoulder, and it was even bigger after I wasn't the number one draft pick.
Back to Mr. Sharpe.
Yes.
Table from me. In 2016 on this show, you made the case that J.J. Watt was the most valuable player in all of pro football. I said, no, it's a quarterback's game. But you said, no, J.J. was. Okay, so have you seen the light on that one?
Skip, I'm just Skip.
Okay, then in 2017 and 18, you made the case that Aaron Donald is now the most valuable player in all of football.
Skip.
You've seen the light? Because they don't score points.
No, but I'm just, Skip, you base it on what you've seen. Now, granted, if you take Aaron Donald's best season and you take it against any quarterback's best season, say Peyton, Brady's, or any of the best seasons, even Aaron Donald with 20.5 sacks, you taking the quarterback because even though he had the sacks and maybe prevented some, he didn't score no 50 touchdowns. He didn't prevent 50 touchdowns. So when you look at it like that, like I said, Skip, if it's close, like if Chase Young is here and Joe Burrow is here, well, you take the quarterback. I would.
So I am, to your point, more sold on what I've seen from Joe Burrow than I am on what I've seen so far from Chase Young. I like Chase Young, but I don't love him yet. I'd like to see the one more big stage game.
Clemson.
That's true.
Because this will be a test.
Yeah, this is it.
And I don't know if Dabo was blowing a little pregame smoke, but I saw him say the other day that Ohio State has a great defensive line, not just number 2. He said, I think their entire defensive line is pretty special. They're deep, they're physical, but obviously he concluded number 2 is the show.
Is the special player,
Okay, he's the special player. But let's think about what he just said. I think he's trying to make the point that is he somewhat a product of
so many other guys
across, because they're all pushing their guy back into the quarterback. And so far, maybe Chase Young will grow up at some point, but right now, he's more quickness than strength. I don't see the terrorizing strength that obviously Lawrence Taylor finally had where he could just throw people out of the way.
Watch that Wisconsin game again. He's going to show you threw a couple guys to the side.
But then I watched the next Wisconsin game, and he threw nobody aside because they figured him out. And I saw the Michigan game, and it was a rout. But Chase Young, I'm just watching TV. I don't watch coaches' tape. But he didn't flash one time in the whole Michigan game. And again, you all know the Michigan game.
And you were 100% right on that because because one of the things that Michigan did was they kept sliding the line to him. And so that's the ultimate sign of respect because when you're sliding the whole offensive line to one guy the whole game, there's gonna be ways to anybody can be stopped at some point.
He strikes me, Skip, as an angular guy, and he is bendy, but he strikes me more of a speed guy. I'm telling you now, with these guys, these tackles are good. They'll just push you up the field. You better come with a change. And the thing is, you got to be able to bull. You got to be able to rip.
You have to have some bull rush. Or you won't survive if you're all quickness. Because Von Miller, he's got powerful legs. He developed some where he can shock you with the bull rush and knock you back.
And that's what Khalil does. I mean, they run you up the field, you start sitting light, because, okay, you about to go up the field, and the next thing you know, they run slap over the top of you, and they're in the quarterback's lap.
If I'm Cincinnati, to your point, you can look at glass half full, glass half empty. I get you need a pass rusher to negate those quarterbacks in your division. You got to score the quarterback. You got to be able to score with them. You got to be able to try to match them. Joe Burrow is really, he is shockingly better than he was a year ago. He's so athletic. He can run now.
He can run. And he's already running an NFL-style offense. They're running the New Orleans Saints offense. That's the offense they're running.
I know they got 3 really good receivers, but, man, he does not make bad choices.
No, he doesn't.
And the thing is, Skip, at the end of the day, if you look at it, when you beat Peyton Manning, you had to score points. You beat Tom Brady. You're not beating Tom Brady 13-10. You got to get to the 20s. And so you got to get a quarterback that can get to those magic numbers.
You do. Rex did the best job against him of holding him down, and they won with Mark Sanchez a couple of times.
I mean, something to point out, too, if he went number 2, he is from D.C. He's from the Washington area. He'd be back with Haskins. He'd be back with McLaurin.
That's a good point.
And, I mean, that would be a pretty ideal situation for him.
And they have a pretty good defensive line.
Already.
Get Ryan Kerrigan.
Yeah, him and Ryan Kerrigan would be great together.
And the two guys from Alabama inside.
He's a difference maker. I've spent a lot of time with him over the years, and really his progression since he was a freshman, it is really special to be around. He's a difference maker, and he's a leader, and the guys respect him just incredibly well. And last time I was there, I made sure that Undisputed was on all the screens in the eating area, so I'm hoping everyone from Ohio State. No mercy. According to reports, while the Lakers were negotiating with Kawhi Leonard as a free agent this past summer, his uncle made a legal request to Jeannie Buss and the Lakers that Buss denied. Part of Uncle Dennis's requests apparently included, and get this, guys, part ownership of the Lakers, a private plane, a house, and a guaranteed amount of endorsement money. So how about that list? Shannon, what does this tell you about Kawhi's final choice to sign with Clippers?
This kid made it sound like it wasn't all about basketball to me. It sounded like the uncle might have been pimping the nephew. That's what it sounded like to me. I don't know what it sounded like to you. Hold on, wait a minute now. Now, there have been reports that he made similar requests to the 76ers. He made similar requests to the Toronto Raptors. Made a very similar request to Jeannie Buss, and they got out somehow. But guess what? The team that he made no request to, that's where he ended up signing, Jenny. So let me get this right. You want $100 million. You want a private jet. You want a house. You want guaranteed endorsement. But the team that said, nah, we don't want that from them, that was all our way to get them to go away so we can come see you. I'm not saying it sounds suspicious, but it sounds awfully suspicious to me, Skip Bayless. So hold on. You mean to tell me the guy that wants to be a rival, he don't want to join LeBron, he wants to compete against LeBron. But all of a sudden, hey, if you get my uncle get this private plane, get this old G6, maybe get this some guaranteed endorsement money, we might be able to do something. Skip, stop it. You know this. Look. I got no problem with this. It's illegal, but if somebody was willing to give it to him.
Illegal against NBA
rules.
Okay.
Skip, you remember David Stern basically gave the Minnesota Timberwolves the death sentence. They signed Joe Smith to a contract when they weren't supposed to. He took 3 first-rounders, and it basically ended up causing Kevin Garnett to take his butt to Boston.
That's true.
If the NBA if somebody had done this, Skip, the penalty and Adam Silver is very player-friendly, Skip. He wants to lead the ball, and is doing a great job. But if somebody would have done this, and the NBA it'd have been a death sentence. He'd have took everything from him. And it sounds like to me that this decision was not all about basketball. It seemed like old Uncle Dennis took Kawhi to the highest bidder. That ain't none of my business, and I ain't got no problem with it. But call it for what it is. Call it for what it is. Call it for what it is.
Can this be proven?
Hold on.
I don't know.
Skip.
That's a good point.
Can
it be?
So let me ask you a question. So Philly's lying, Toronto's lying, the Lakers are lying. So they're lying. They made this up. Very similar stories. Now think about it now. We got 3 people that says this is what he broached the subject to us. So you mean to tell me he broaches it 3 times, but the 4th times he's like, nah, I done been turned down? Come on, Skip Bayless. Now, you've been in the business far too long. I'm not saying that you got to go out on a limb and say he did it, but come on now. You smart old Skip Bayless, the Skip Bayless I know, the shrewd operator that been around covering sports for 40-plus years, that seen some back alley deals.
That guy that you're describing right now is sensing some bitterness across the table. Bitterness.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Because somebody despises the fact that somebody else, LeBron James, got taken for a ride on this because LeBron, you lost your notes.
No, I still got Uncle Dennis.
Okay?
I still got Uncle Dennis on
All
top.
you need to know is Uncle Dennis. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need.
Okay, so let's just do the hypothetical. Let's say, just for the sake of discussion, that Steve Ballmer gave Uncle Dennis and even Kawhi some perks. Let's call them perks. Just some little
you think?
creature comforts, just little things.
Oh, okay.
Just to make your life a little easier, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you blame them?
No.
In the end?
No. I ain't got no problem with that, Skip, but let's call it what it is.
They got the grand prize, right? Okay, what if, hypothetically, what if they hadn't given Uncle Dennis one perk? What if they had just stonewalled and said, nope, as is?
He going to the Lakers. He going to the Lakers, and you know it.
I don't know that. I do believe he wanted to compete against LeBron.
I don't.
Yeah.
He wanted to compete against LeBron if you were going to acquiesce to my Uncle Dennis' demands.
Okay, what if this is hypothetical, that they didn't acquiesce to the demands? Where would that have left the Clippers? In the same place they were last year, with a nice team, a fun team to watch, a competitive team that would fight you and would lose in the first round of the playoffs, right? Because not only would they not have Kawhi Leonard, they would not have Paul George, right? You wouldn't have either one of them.
And it what was Ballmer, and they said that this is an awful lot to give up, and Doc says we have to do this deal. Skip, look.
Hey, by the way, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is just playing.
Is he playing this team?
He's playing like an all-star.
Jed, I'm going to tell you a true story.
Okay.
I was dating this girl one time.
Uh-oh.
It was a true story.
I don't know if we want this.
It was a true story. I was dating this girl one time. And you know me, I was just coming into my own. I ain't got a whole bunch of money. But this other guy come along. And she's like, well, Shannon, he's taking me this place. And, we go stay in the presidential thing. You know what I do? I said, I got to let you go. I said, because I'm never going to be able to do that.
I know, but she's not worth it if it's all about...
There you go, Lakers.
It's about money.
There you go. Thank you very much. That's all I want you to say.
I get it.
Yeah, you see what I did? I get it. I know.
You regret it?
No.
I
I can't go bankrupt. I done been broke before. I ain't finna go bankrupt on no woman.
Let's do the reality of this. Better organization, Clippers or Lakers?
Lakers.
Oh, come on. It's just like 6 months ago we were talking about there were clown shows.
We getting better now. We done got things.
Things were a mess last year. Things were a mess.
Were they?
Look. First of all, you got a guy that's worth $50 billion at the top, and then you got Jerry West, Lawrence Frank, and then you got Doc Rivers.
So Doc Rivers.
That part is great.
But Jeannie is coming into her own. Jeannie gonna be just like old.
Been there forever.
No, she ain't. She told Jim. Jim Buzz like ruined us.
Remember that guy named Magic Johnson who walked out the door and said, "Nope."
Magic said, "By y'all talking, y'all need to give me some credit for getting all these guys."
That's true.
Yeah, he did say that.
He did.
Yes.
And I agree with you,
They're
Magic.
good because of me.
Magic, my movie buddy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I see Magic all the time in the movie. And James Worthy.
Jeez, what movie theater are you guys
see
going
Magic
to?
at the movies?
Yeah, all the
I'd like
time.
to
How
know
do you
where
pick
that
the
is.
same show?
Just go ahead. But you know who? For like 8 times in a row.
Does Magic own the theater?
No.
Oh.
And Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray is my movie buddy, too.
Really?
I see Sugar Ray about 8 times
I
the last 2
thought you went
months.
at like 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon.
Nah, sometimes. But I've been going lately like at 6:30, 7.
6:30
PM?
on Friday night?
Yeah.
And they're always there?
Always.
Wild night for you guys.
Sugar Ray is always there. Oh, I see Sugar Ray, the game, everybody.
The game?
Yeah.
I've never had an invite. You? Yeah, it must be fun.
You don't go.
I don't see anybody's movie.
Because you go at 12 o'clock.
And I go in disguise.
You need to see you with like a mustache disguise or something.
They say Skip talk about he done when he's in the hotel he doesn't use his own name because he don't want to be he don't want to be bothered.
You have a code name?
Well, that's funny. I use Skip Bayless and my phone never rings. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that was funny.
Skip.
But Skip Bayless, you know there was some back alley deals going on right here. You've been around the game too long to all of a sudden throw your hands up there and say, I don't know.
Steve Ballmer has Kawhi Leonard, and Jeannie Buss does not.
We got LeBron
line.
James.
Right?
We got Bron.
And what else?
And AD.
Really?
Yep.
LeBron scored 2 against the Clippers in the fourth quarter, and AD scored 0.
Skip.
Way to go.
I thought you said that was opening day.
Statement game.
Oh, so,
yeah.
So I'll just ask you a question. When the Lakers win tomorrow, that's a statement game.
Could be.
No.
I don't even know who's going to play. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Okay.
You think you're funny. You think you're
I just think Steve Ballmer is a businessman.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right?
Hey, there's business and there's business.
Yes, correct. And Steve Ballmer has a whole lot of money.
50 bill.
Yeah.
Skip, I ain't got
Billion.
I don't have a
billion.
Yes.
Right? Zero.
Yes, basically he could buy all the NBA franchises.
I love watching him watch games.
Yeah,
I think
me
that's
too.
just as
He is an owner that's a true fan.
Yeah.
He would you forget that he's like, hold on. The dude with the sweater or the T-shirt, you worth $50 billion and you acting like that?
I love it.
So Kawhi's saying, do I want to play for Linda Rambis over here? Because she's supposed to be the one who runs she's the shadow owner of the Lakers. Okay, well, that's where we were during free agency.
I know,
right?
but we flipped the switch.
Okay.
Steve Magic.
Ballmer, Linda Rambis. Doc.
We're going to get back. We're going to get back. We get back. We come back.
No mercy.
So the Cowboys' loss on Sunday to the injury-riddled Eagles left many in Dallas frustrated and scratching their heads. For Cowboys defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence, it wasn't for a lack of talent. When discussing the loss, Lawrence said, quote, "Talent without a direction is nothing at all." Those words, pretty telling. Shannon, what do you read into this?
I wonder where that direction DeMarcus Lawrence was looking for when he got that contract. He should know how to find his ass upstairs to sign that contract. You see, all year long, these underperforming players, Skip, have dodged blame because they can scapegoat Jason Garrett. Everybody wanted Jason Garrett gone. And everybody that's underperformed, starting with the highest paid player in Dallas Cowboys history.
Yep.
He's underperforming. Now he's looking for guidance. He's looking for that lighthouse to show him. We don't need to show you. Go get the quarterback. How about that? When you put your hand in the dirt, the guy that has the ball, go get him. That's the direction we want to point you into. Jerry Jones, I mean, everybody's talking about, talking about what you call him, about Jason Garrett, but he's talking about you, Jerry. Because, see, you keep doing all that talking, and you all over the place, and you're part of the reason that guys like DeMarcus Lawrence have underperformed. Because you've given them crutches. You've given them outs. I don't want to hear nothing about no Jason Garrett. Skip, you get the high. Think about how many Hall of Famers do you think the Cowboys got? 10, 15? At least. You go back to those.
Too many to count.
Exactly. Yeah. And this guy right here got more money than any of them that's ever played.
That's true.
And he gonna talk about talent without direction is lost. Go get the quarterback. And that would help point you in the direction that you want to go. You've underperformed. And they've allowed Jerry Jones has allowed this because they're doing all this talking. First of all, why is he talking anyway? Did he get a sack? When the last time he had a sack?
Good question.
I don't want to hear nothing. If you ain't got no sack, if you're not going to the Pro Bowl, you're not going to be all pro, don't talk. Because you're the reason Jason Garrett's going to lose his job. And not enough people care about that. It bothered me that Dan Reeves and Wade Phillips lost their job on my watch.
Yep.
I played my ass off for them, but it bothered me. It don't bother people enough when people lose their job. Oh, it ain't me. Or it's part of the business. Well, it's part of the business that you do your job.
That's interesting.
True. So, what do I read into this statement? Direction. I'm pretty sure he's taking a shot at the coaching staff. I'm pretty sure he's saying that we lacked game planning or scheme or any sort of motivation from the coaching staff.
Is this a new coaching staff?
Direction.
Is this a new coaching staff?
Didn't get direction, nope. Chris Richard, Rod Marinelli, these sort of co-coordinators.
Been there.
Jason Garrett has been there way too long. But again, I think he's doing exactly what he hypocritically is saying they shouldn't do, because he said, what's part of being a Dallas Cowboy? Is it about winning, or is it, I'm paraphrasing his quote, he's saying, is it about winning or blame deflecting? Because he says everybody here is trying to blame deflect, including him. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is the essence of what I believe happened to my 2019 Dallas Cowboys. Too many of them got paid and effectively got fat and happy. Just effectively. I'm not saying they literally got fat, though sometimes I wondered about Zeke.
There you go.
Okay, well, sometimes I did wonder. But they lost the edge of their contract drive seasons that they had last year. And I've told you from the start, Jason Garrett's forte is not motivation.
No.
So it requires self-motivation. It requires pride. Shannon Sharpe's pride in himself as a potential Hall of Famer. If you pay him, he's not going to quit on you. He's not going to shift into neutral. He's going to shift it into fifth gear, seventh gear.
I got to show everybody why you paid me.
Correct. And I saw just the opposite on too many counts this year, starting with the $100 million man who too many games, I kept yelling at my TV, where are you?
Right.
Where are you? You disappear, you drift. Last year, you couldn't be blocked. You were a Pro Bowl, potential like all-pro defensive pass
Because remember, Skip, in the year before that,
yes,
he was first-team All-Pro when he had, 16 sacks?
He did. Okay, and I thought he looked like an all-pro last year.
Yeah.
He dominated against Drew Brees and the Saints when they visited Jerry World late in the year on that Thursday night. He was all over Drew Brees all night long. Contract drive.
Right.
I still say, and you disagree with me, but Zeke lost some edge this year. I can't explain it, but you're not as hungry as you used to be.
Well, if Zeke lost some edge, DeMarcus Lawrence lost all his edge.
All right, I'll buy that. And Jalen Smith, I thought he was on the verge of being a star, and all of a sudden, I'm thinking, Jerry, you struck out again because you overpaid another one, and you committed to him for 5 years. So you can't get out from under this.
Skip, and I don't want to come off as that. I don't have a problem with guys getting paid. Go get your money.
Yeah.
But Skip, when things go sideways, shut up. When things go well, you say little. When they go bad, you say even less.
Yeah.
Why the hell are you talking? You had an opportunity to do something about Sunday's outcome. If you can directly affect, Skip, I've never blamed the coach. We lost the game. It ain't about what was called. Because at the end of the day, you think they go and spend all night. Because trust me, as many hours as a player spends, coaches spend double that at the facility, trying to come up with a game plan that's going to put an offense, defense, and the special teams in the best position to help a team win the ball game. But at the end of the day, Skip, Bayless, it comes down to players. I'm going to call a play. Can you go get open? John, can you throw it? TD, can you shake a guy off?
Yeah.
Defense, Skip, defense is really about want to. It's about how bad do you want to get there and get that guy on the ground?
Especially pass rushing.
What?
It's about desire. It's just about, I want it worse than you. You can't block me.
No.
I'm going to outfight you.
Yes.
Back.
Yes. And then this dude got $100 million, and he's saying talent. I say again, Skip, you see what everybody doing? The Cowboys are so talented. And no. Okay, what good is talent if you're not working?
Yep.
I've seen a lot of guys. There are a lot of guys that came out of Glenville and that was Savannah State that was more talented, but they would not outwork me. Yeah. And at the end of the day, talent without work is nothing.
That is correct. So what do I see in the biggest picture from DeMarcus Lawrence? He tries to nail it down to there are always 2 or 3 crucial plays in a game we did not make.
Right.
And he's saying we were without direction. Well, that's just, you can't light your own fire. Like, you're right. That's what happened to that team, because they were close in a lot of games and came up short because you weren't ready enough to go get it, to go play. And Zeke wasn't ready enough, and Jalen Smith wasn't ready enough, and they all got paid prematurely to me.
There are some times is that Mike and Gary would call a play, and it would call for me to do something, but I would do something else. And they would say, that's the way to make a play, 84. Sometimes, Skip, you got to get off script. At the end of the day, they said, okay, we're going to call this defense, we're going to call it under front or over front and cover 3 behind it.
Yep.
DeMarcus Lawrence, put your hand in the dirt and go beat the right tackle and get the quarterback on the ground. That's the play. That's what we call, Skip. Basically, for a defense, Skip, that's what they call it. You don't care nothing about no coverage behind you. Your job is to get to the quarterback because you affect the coverage.
Yep. Go get the D back in your first name because you lost it. You're just Marcus Lawrence. There's no D in Lawrence.
Man,
he's lost a lot.
I get paid. They gonna pay me. Let me tell you, when they paid me, guess what I did, Skip? I went and put 1,100. They paid me in Baltimore, I helped get to a Super Bowl. When they paid me my first year in Denver, I make first team All-Pro. That's my thought process. I got this, because people are like, oh, they paid him? A 7th round draft pick, a special teams guy? I got to show you why you gave me that money.
You're going to prove it.
I'm always going to be a guy, Skip. You know what, for me, this is the way I am. I would rather be underpaid and appreciated than overpaid and like, I don't know why the hell they paid him that.
That's true.
Money, because money doesn't motivate me.
I agree.
It's been a roller coaster of a season for you, Skip. I'm sorry. It's been up and down for him.
I'm not sorry.
I know you're not.
One more game.
But I get to see him on Mondays right up here.
Eagles, please.
One more game is tomorrow.
You will see. No mercy. After starting the season with a 24-3 record, the Lakers have lost their last 3 in a row and now face Kawhi and the Clippers tomorrow in a huge Christmas Day showdown. Of course, it was the Clippers who handed LeBron and the Lakers their first loss on opening night this season, and we all remember that one. So, Shannon, who wins?
Lakers.
I'm
assuming that LeBron and AD will play, and if, that's
important to note.
You know, I don't like to do caveats like somebody else I know. You, I'm taking the Lakers.
What if AD doesn't play?
Well, all bets are off then.
All bets are off? Well, then you just did a big caveat.
Yeah, what I'm
right?
saying. I'm expecting both sets of superstars to play. AD and LeBron, Kawhi and PG, and we're going to bust them up.
Okay. Pat Beverly is a game-time decision with a groin issue, and he missed the Oklahoma City game. So that's an X factor to me. But the bigger X factor is when I watched that playback that AD turned sideways on his knee, it looked bad to
Against
me.
the Nuggets.
Yes. And he came back in the game, but he was a little limpy.
Right.
Are you sure he's going to be full speed in this? To me, I'm not sure he will play. But if both teams play full strength, and if you made me guess, I would say yes, they will both be full strength because this is the Lakers and the Clippers on Christmas. I got the Clippers.
You want a case of Duke?
Yeah, one case. I got
Just
the Clippers.
the one?
Okay.
Are there any disqualifications?
No.
Okay.
Let's
say
if Kane Fitzgerald is the referee, all bets are.
Okay, that's fair. But what if any of the starters can't play? The bet is off.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair.
All right.
Okay. Fair.
Fine.
Done.
You guys keep it
Not no Patrick Peterson or somebody like that.
No,
the real players.
If the usual starters, if any one of them can't play.
That is it for us, guys. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everyone. We're going to be back Thursday morning at 9:30 Eastern.
Fox Sports 1 of 1.